It is.
It just recently became available on Android, actually. And I think it costs like $1.99.
Yeah, it's not free, but it's not
$2.99. But what's great is there's an app on Android called Google Play Rewards where just every so often they'll give you a little survey like, hey, did you go to this restaurant recently? Did you pay while you went there? Do you have the receipt? No, great, here's 30 cents.
Really?
And so that'll just go to your Google Play account, and I have $3.35, which is just enough to get the app for
cover
free.
Your app. What's wrong? Well, I just kicked it off.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a little bit later than normal today.
It usually takes it.
Testing. Yeah, my audio's good. Everybody else, mic's on. Let me see here.
Mine is on.
Am I on?
Hey, everybody but Kate is on.
Just switched on, so I wanted to make sure. Okay, metal dice.
Hey, Roger, good to see you, sir. Congrats again on your recent win.
Indeed.
We're getting ready to start here. Might be just a minute late getting started, but not too late.
I'm glad that I've typed my character's name into my phone enough to where if I type Alcott,
it comes up.
Here's Devereaux. We'll put the last name there for you.
All right. We'll kick off here soon. The title of the stream, not terribly creative today, but I felt...
Spoilers, guys.
Yeah, Solomon is dead. That is the title of today's stream. Tuesday's stream for Greyhawk Awakening, I don't know how many you caught the title, it was Bits of Friendship.
I know! Oh, that's more good.
Yeah, little bits of gimbal coming, bits of friendship.
A lot.
Yeah, I do sometimes some... You got to pay attention, not just the mad chatters. Occasionally the DM has some clever sort of naming for the stream, so it's fun stuff. But yeah, Solomon is in fact dead. We are all sad. Baron Solomon von Frost has been a great character for us, but his time was no more.
My best mate.
Hey, Green Loonturn, I'm going to get you those crit tables, by the way. And, already Canadian Ancient Gamer on fire as normal, providing a gift sub to Carlos at Castle Entertainment.
Very cool.
Thank you so much for that. But I can't say that I'm surprised. That's just how you roll, my friend.
Okay, that.
And
So I'm missing.
we will be beginning with some combat here pretty quickly. Hey, Robert, good to see you. The long shot, the real one, and Crimson Ale. All of you.
Is there a way to start at a higher level? Or do I have to
You
go
have to
in?
manually
I have to make the
Yeah,
character.
like you have to manually go up,
But
up,
it doesn't.
level.
It doesn't.
So I have to finish through the character mancer and then do it?
Get your initial setup done, and then
I can do it.
And then you can do it pretty quickly.
Great.
All right, everybody's mic looks good. Everybody looks hot to me. Hey, Rory.
Thanks.
There it is.
We were just talking about the Bits of Friendship title for our Tuesday night session. It was perhaps a bit macabre, but
Hi, Rory.
it was in fact Bits of Friendship that they were seeing. And of course, we have a special session on Tuesday night, which I'll talk about here in a second. Pat Draws! All right, let's kick off some of our commercials, recognize some of our great sponsors, and we're going to get right into the game today. So let's go reverse order this time. Let's go to our newest sponsor, Cozy Gamer, and really cool dice. We're so appreciative of her. And
For percentile dice rolled a 98 last week.
Oh, yes. What a cute little commercial.
why does my Twitch app stop? There we go. Yeah, so we're going to talk about Gimbal in a second, Rory. We've got some fun stuff coming up, not just today, tonight, but then this week, and then we've also got some sad stuff we're going to talk about as well. But really excited to see what we're going to do on Tuesday night. And then our oldest sponsor, Dragon Crafting Guild.
He lost a finger too?
Yep.
Well, is he going to have
Pinky
any body
finger.
parts left? Like,
We'll find out this
oh, he's going to come
Tuesday.
back a stump of a man.
Hey, Honeybee Mousetrap!
I mean, Millie would just be happy not to be the one that keeps receiving all the body parts, honestly.
Exactly. People are so
What a terrible
Crafting
title.
Guild,
Oh.
guaranteed to roll more nat 20s, except not really, but they're awesome. Hey, Shane O'Mac. I know you've been super busy lately. It's so good to see you, my friend, and we are live. Video is up. They can see you now, not just hear you.
Oh, his mind was blown. Is he talking about Solomon?
Solomon, yes.
Oh,
yes,
yarr,
yes.
that's a little too close to home.
We
Not
ended it
very
as he
funny.
died,
Too
but we
soon?
didn't get
What do we say,
the
too
Too soon,
the
too
visual of
soon.
it.
All right, so we've got a few things to get through here before we get started this morning, this afternoon rather, and a couple of them are announcement oriented, and then we have some, sad news for any of you that don't know this already. We'll get to that in a second, but thank you to our sponsors. I've already mentioned, of course, Dragon Crafting and Cozy Gamer, but we have Frederica Draws. I do have the artwork for both Eamon and now Alcott being worked on, but she has some special artwork that she's doing first for our Tuesday night session of Greyhawk Awakening. And I've already seen the draft of it. It will be ready for us by Monday or Tuesday, and it will be live on our Tuesday session. And then, of course, Atris Minis. All these gorgeous miniatures. He helps us with so much. And then Mantic Games, makers of Terrain Crate. Their stuff is really cool, and we will have it here available for our players and for our viewers in just the next few days. So you'll be seeing the Terrain Crate stuff here in the next week or so. Thank you everybody for joining us already. My phone is not cooperating. I don't know why I'm not seeing the chat right now, so hopefully that'll come up soon. But a couple of housekeeping items. One, so tonight, after the session, we will have a special edition of Gabbin at Lord's Peak. That's Lord Gasumba's J. Scott's channel. I'll be on that. Starts at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern Time. And we're going to be talking about D&D editions, but more than D&D editions, we're going to be talking about, hold on here, my phone, I'm trying to get this stream up, and it is just not cooperating. D&D editions, but of course, one of the most important participants was to be Leonard Lekofka. And Leonard Lekofka, if you don't know who Leonard is, and I don't know if you're a kind of 5e, you're fairly new, you kind of know who he is, or...
The name, yes.
I mean...
He used to be on Gabbin with Jay every week.
Yeah, Leonard, he was one of the original playtesters with Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson. He playtested the original work that they had. If you look at some of the spells, like Leoman's Tiny Hut,
which I cast regularly.
That was his. Leoman was his character. Yeah. There's many of these Dragon magazines on my shelf that reference Leonard Lekofka. He wrote 2 modules, including Assassin's Knot and The Secret of Bone Hill. He was super active in the D&D community. One of the real pioneers and founders of all D&D, and so he was a big part of Jay's show. I had the pleasure, hey, thank you for the sub, Pat. I had the pleasure of being on a couple of streams with he and Jay. One of the best things about Leonard, and I don't think anyone would mind me saying this, he could be just sort of authoritatively curmudgeonly. He would come on and he didn't give a crap what you thought. He knew what he knew about D&D, and he was so prolific in the content that he produced and the contributions to the community. So we are deeply saddened by the loss of Leonard Lekofka, and we'll talk about that a little bit tonight, but I think there may be some more special things coming in the following week that will be specifically dedicated to that. Then also on Tuesday night, our normal Greyhawk Awakening stream, which starts at 5 Central, will not start at 5 Central. It'll be closer to 6:30 or 6:45 Central on Tuesday, because we won't have our full crew. We will have just Gimbal. Rory of Gimbal's Adventuring Academy will be one-on-one with the DM for his torture session. He is, of course, captured by Halia. He is in the hands of the Dark Brotherhood, and he will be going one-on-one with the DM in a very special, won't be long, probably be about an hour or so on Tuesday night. And so check that out, and then actually I'm joining up with Chris at Fable 42 after that, playing a character on his stream. So it's going to be a fun night on Tuesday. Lots of Blue Box stuff coming. But again, of course, our principal thoughts are with Leonard Lakofka. All right, so what happened last time? And then we'll go through our player introductions. And of course, we have a new player with us after the death of Solomon, a very, very painful episode last week. There was a lot of Rip Solomon stuff on social media this week. A lot of sadness for him. But also we have a fantastic new player with Thomas who plays Alcott. So let's go around and give us a little bit about your character, class, level, race, something else you'd like us to know. And we'll start today with Irda.
Alright, hello everyone, I am Irda Leandriel. I am a level 10 character, but I am a level 8 as Marsh Gold, level 2 Paladin. And let's see, Irda is currently reeling from, maybe more in particular than anybody else, from the death of Solomon, who she had been traveling with from the very beginning of her adventures with this group. So, yeah, she's kind of really extra raging right now.
Well said. Let's go to Eamon.
I am Eamon, level 7, Magus, half orc. Was surprised by Solomon's actions last week and feels a bit responsible for what's happened.
Or you should.
All right, let's go to Cade, who has introduced himself.
I'm Captain Cade Cardinal, swashbuckler of the... Oh, no, that's a little country.
CMAs this week?
Swashbuckler.
I'm a swashbuckler. That did not come out right. Let's see. I'm a level 10 swashbuckler, and there is grief to be had and hell to pay. Like me rum, me women, me gold, but I'm very sad about my friend Solomon.
Well done, yes.
Priorities.
Priorities.
And apparently
Exact order. Every time.
we've hit a couple of thank you very much for the sub. Jay, looking forward to being on with you tonight. Yeah, can you go do that? Yeah, real quickly, because it's going to get very warm here. We've given a spoiler. Many did not know, apparently, that Solomon died last week.
Yes.
He was a victim of the Tim critical tables, the ever mysterious critical tables. Nasty, nasty crit. His skull was crushed, which we'll get into in a moment. So if we give a spoiler, we apologize, but there's really no way for you not to know that he's dead when you watch the session today, so kind of part of it. All right, last but not least, our newest PC.
Alcott Devereaux, human wizard extraordinaire. Level 8, currently, working on that. Magic galore, recently met the party at a cabin of my own creation in the woods, and was surprised to have met them. Even more surprised that I had heard about them before and that they were going to do exactly what I set out to do. So decided to join, and unfortunately, looks like I replaced one of them. So here we are.
Right. So with that, when you say you were kind of doing the same thing, you was in the session last time, but we have folks that missed it. What was it that you were up here in the Hook Mountains area for?
So generally, Alcott had heard in Magnamar, where he had studied as a wizard. He had recently traveled back there after some news. He had been around just looking for what was next in his life, and heard about some rain that was torrential and unending up to the north, and decided, did some research. It's probably an arcane phenomenon, and decided to go do some actual in-the-field research on that, and see if he could help to possibly even solve it after hearing about the heroic deeds of some interesting party that did some stuff in Magnamar just soon before that.
Just wait.
As a mild inspiration for him, and then, interestingly enough, met up with exactly those people.
Well said. All right, Ben, let's go to what happened last time.
Alright, so last time when we first started off, we finished combat with a female frost giant who had very recently clubbed Eamon in the head, who nearly lost both his eye and his life.
But he rolled a nat
The
20.
20,
Yes,
which
thanks.
saved both of those things.
Thanks to advantages. Thank
Yes.
you, thank you.
And Irda pumped a lot of healing into him and got him stabilized and fully healed, but he was still unconscious. Then Solomon, Cade, and Irda and Shalelu, after felling that female frost giant, gathered Aemon onto Irda's winter blanket and began carrying him through the snowy fields, of course, after Cade searched the body of the frost giant, because let no booty go
Unturned.
So
Our booty we had.
Absolutely.
and the party made their way further on, and night was beginning to fall. Irda did catch sight of a light ahead of them, and basically asked Shalelu to babysit the others with Aemon while she went to inspect what was going on. She cast Alter Self on herself and then knocked on this door of this hut that she had found, which was a source of light. She appeared to be a peasant woman, a disguise that she had previously used in Magnamar when she infiltrated the crowd during the Lord Mayor's speech. When she knocked upon the door, it was a voice of one Alcott Devereaux came through
Wizard extraordinaire.
the other side, and basically there was a bit of an exchange trying from both of them trying to gauge the allegiance of the other. And Irda explained in this guise of this peasant woman that she had been traveling with some friends and one of them was injured and they were looking for some shelter for the evening. And after a bit of this pass back and forth, Alcott basically asked her if she was friend or not, and she was like, a friend as long as you're not going to try to hurt me. And he said, okay, and opened the door. There was a little more of an exchange. She used her sense evil on Alcott, decided he was not evil, and dropped the guise that she was using to reveal her actual Azamar self. And there was a little more of an exchange. He was curious why her friends were not with her. She explained, well, she couldn't be sure that anybody was friendly on the other side of the door, so they waited back. And then he invited them in, and so she went and got the rest of the group. When she returned, Cade and Solomon were thoroughly smashed and singing loud, boisterous, and bawdy songs, to which Shalelu seemed greatly,
She's a party pooper.
exasperated at having to babysit the two of them, but they all gathered together and moved to Alcott's magical, we learned, shack or cottage that he had created with a spell in the middle of these snowy mountains. He explained the magic, which Irda was very fascinated by, and then shared a bottle, or a little bit of a bottle of his family's wine. We learned a bit of Alcott's backstory in that one of his relatives was one of the 4 founders of Sandpoint, and he was actually fairly familiar with the Thessalonian Empire, being the only other person that knew way more than the rest of us. Irda had gleaned a little bit before, but he knew quite a bit about the Thessalonian Empire.
20 intelligence.
That's right.
And then we stayed the night in the hut. Kate did try to steal the rest of the bottle of wine, but with the help of an unseen servant, it was stowed away where it belonged, into the safety of Alcott's backpack. Alcott used his arcane magic to figure out the source of where the rain spell seemed to be coming from, and could actually see a line in the sky leading toward where it was coming from. The group then rested for the evening. Aemon actually regained consciousness briefly and then went right back to sleep to regain his strength. In the morning, the spell ended and everyone
he dumped our booties in the snow.
Flat. But Aemon, save a pretty terrible headache, was able to rejoin the party in full consciousness, and they set off on their way to this cave. As they moved forward, the terrain became steeper. Irda used her wings to help herself along the way and to aid the others on their path so they did not trip and fall all the way to this cave. Eventually, they arrived at the mouth of the cave with Solomon, with great amount of wisdom, and Cade actually recommending caution for the first time ever, which was to great surprise and a little bit of pride.
I'm learning.
But Solomon actually offered a invisibility potion and his cloak of elven kind to Shalelu to aid in the inspection of the cave.
R.I.P.
Alcott gave Irda his invisibility potion that he had created himself.
Seemed like a foolproof plan.
And after a bit of an explanation of why the party was there to Alcott, since he did not know up to this point, both Shalelu and Irda consumed the potions and moved their way into the cave to try to see perhaps what lie ahead of them. Unfortunately, both Irda and Shalelu rolled really poorly. As
I blame Shelley. Always blame Shelley.
Into the cave and kicked some rocks loose, which gained the attention of at least two of the ogres, if not all three of them, that were present in the cave. Irda immediately sent a message out to the rest of the party outside saying emergency, 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 and the rest of the party moved in as Irda scooped Shalelu up off the ground and flew with her up as high as she could in the cave. The others moved in.
Solomon.
And then the fight began. Quickly, the raging song went off, and everybody who wanted to be part of that experience took that. And Cade felled one of the ogres.
I did
within the first couple of rounds of combat. This ogre,
Didn't I roll at 20?
It was on the first attack you made.
A 98 on the percentile die on the second crit, because Cade had 2 crits in 1 turn. It was a 98
I'm powerful.
on the cozy gamer percentile dice, by the way.
Right.
Cozy gamer.
Yes. And felled that ogre with quite a powerful blow. So that ogre right
This
there,
one right here.
he's dead.
Sorry.
And then the other ogre across the way set his sights on Aemon, which Solomon moved to intercept, and Irda buffeted her wings to intercept that critical. Alcott cast a resistance sphere?
Resilient
sphere, thank you. On the cloaked ogre that's on the raised platform, which Irda had smited previously. And then...
Smitten.
Smote. It's one of those.
Oh, it's a word for her.
Past tense smite. And then...
I'll take smited.
The next round, this ogre here, he set his sights instead on Solomon and critted him, smashing Solomon's skull into paste inside of his helm. And
You
that
saw
is where
blood
we ended.
and gray matter sprouting out of his advisor, squeezing out of the neck piece, and it's kind of on top of his pauldrons. His brains absolutely crushed and squashed. And yes, I'm sorry, I don't know how, Kai, that booty was ever a banned word on this stream. It's used so often. So we fixed that.
Booty is a banned word. Never!
And
More booty for me!
Kiegya has the right of it. Apparently, Shalelu is this group's Ashran. I don't know how that happened.
I like
This was first! Ashran is the Shalelu.
Also, a congratulations to Roger, who won our first ever Captain Cade Cardinal Flask. We have a second one as a giveaway today. So a Mako's Revenge. This is a metal flask.
All rum will taste better coming out of
So we're going to give away an Mako's Revenge flask today on stream. And you're not going to, I promise you, you won't get this anywhere else.
Oh, you won't!
Nowhere else can have that. Okay, so we resume combat. Any questions from the players before we...
I was just going to say, Cade earned a minor fate chip last
That's
That's
Oh
right.
yes, that's right, for the double
For the
crit.
double
Right, for the
crit.
double
And I
crit.
still couldn't save Solomon.
And were we at the end of a round of combat, or are we just going to start a new?
Yeah, we'll start a new round.
Yeah. Right.
We had completed the round, and we're going to kick it off. And so here we go.
I won.
With episode who knows how many on Blue Box Runelords
Okay, so
campaign.
we're done with this combat?
No.
Even this?
No.
No, this guy's still
The
very
guy that
angry.
crushed
This guy
Solomon
here
is
and
still
that guy
alive.
is-
And that's got
this
10 minutes.
one is stuck
Is it
in a
4
resilience
minutes.
sphere.
4 minutes is what you said last week.
Yes, it's 4 minutes since 1 minute per level.
Right.
So
Okay.
little
Yeah,
less
and
than
you're
4
like
minutes.
you're still like 4 minutes and 40 seconds. I mean, there's only like 3 rounds that have passed.
each round is 6 seconds.
Six
Yeah,
seconds.
that's right. Yeah, so you got a lot of time.
Little over 3 minutes.
And I won
3.5.
both of the initiative rolls for the party last week, so I am rolling
So you're gonna-
initiative.
a hot
again.
streak?
Yes.
All right. Yes, Kate signs all the flasks.
Already I got that right.
That will happen. There will be a signing of Ameko's Revenge flask.
I rolled a
And
3.
you have a 3. All right. DM has a 2.
Hey!
All right. You see this happen. You see. Actually, let's get the proper lighting in here. You see Solomon fall to the ground. The squelching, crunching sound of his skull. His entire helmet bashed in. His blood seeping into the cobbles. The ogre that stands over him. You see glee on its face. We go to Irda.
Alright, well, seeing my very close friend fall, I am just gonna dive right toward that guy's face with my wings flapping.
All right, so for our viewers, particularly for our newer ones, this is Irda. She is the Azamar, who is now of sufficient level to have her wings. So she is up about 10 feet off the ground. The ceiling in this room, reminding you, is about 25, 30 feet tall. This is a broad cavern. You're up in the Hook Mountains. Then on the floor here, you have Captain Cade Cardinal. You have Eamon, wrapped up in the cloth. You have Shalelu, who is in the back there. And I don't have...
And I believe I was also in the back corner with her.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I don't have you out there. Hang on.
That
gotta
I
get
did
your-
get that mini ordered. It's just it's a 3-week.
Yeah, it
But
takes
yeah,
a
it's
while.
going to take a minute. You'll get that.
It's actually one of the pre-colored prints. I want to see how that
Yeah, I know. I've not
Nice.
seen one of those yet. I can't wait to see that.
know.
The Hero Forge pre-painted minis.
because this is Hero Forge as well. You just had it.
Yeah.
I painted
a lot
it
of
myself.
these are Hero
Awesome.
Forge.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I paint all my own minis so far because they didn't have the color option when I've done mine in the past.
Yeah.
Clean up aisle 3. Oh, that is rough.
But yes, so I'm
Okay,
diving towards that guy.
Irda. Yes, you dive down toward him. Roll to hit.
Alright, okay. I have advantages. I'm going to use one for my first attack.
Speaking of advantages, hey, no more Solomon advantages. I need some. I have 2.
He needs some more advantages.
So that's a 29.
Hey,
That's a
hit.
hit.
And then on my second attack, do I want to use advantage? Yeah, I might as well. I want to use advantage on my second one too.
Brain, spaghetti, and eyeballs. Yeah.
That's a 23.
That
23.
just misses. All right,
Oh,
so
dang it.
you fly forward. You swing. You slice him. Your wings buffet. He pivots away from the fallen body of Solomon
Alright.
and turns towards you with a roar.
That's my first one.
Roll your
hit,
damage.
So. Ooh, 11 points of damage for that first attack.
All right, yeah, you slice him deeply. He's now bleeding from multiple wounds. He staggers. We go to Eamon.
I am going to. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Eamon, you just got an advantage.
Ooh,
Congratulations,
Thank you,
Eamon.
thank
Thank you, Kai,
gotta add that real quick. All right.
the unusually nice guy.
And actually, I'll just roll that and can't talk. At advantage.
At
All right.
advantage.
Roll to hit.
Oh, that's a 19.
Ooh, huzzah!
Okay,
Oh,
so your
plus
total range attack.
ranged. Oh shoot. I forget that one. I don't use it very often.
Would be your base attack
Base-
bonus.
Oh, I
your
grabbed
dex.
5.
Solomon's flag.
Plus 2, 7.
Okay.
Don't forget
Okay,
your
that
strength bonus
hits.
from my rage.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, I've got that.
Oh, you got the one from Phantom.
Flame explodes from his hands,
You have an advantage.
briefly illuminating
Huzzah.
the room in a red fire.
9 points.
9 points of damage. You smell the singeing, burnt ogre flesh. It screams, "Ah!" Pulls back away from the beating wings of Irda, and we go to Cade.
I take me sword. Oh, that was a 20 that fell out of my hand.
Here, let me roll that around just so players can see it. And
I'm at the big ogre guy.
Yeah, you're over here with us.
Yeah. So let me swing that your way. So you're right here in this corner. So the body of Solomon is here.
Okay, so I couldn't.
You're flanking him, so you're going to get an advantage on the
No,
flank.
I was just wondering where Pukita's sword was.
It's between the two. Oh, Hager! By the way, Hager, your hat goes out this week. All the giveaways, I'm behind about a week or so. All the giveaways are going out this week. So thank you so much for your patience. And Hager, we got your new hat, so that's happening. All right, roll the hit.
I'm using an advantage. That was terrible. 21, 22.
That is actually a hit from the flank side. Yes. You thrust your rapier into him. Roll your second attack.
Okay, hold on. I got Vital Strike. Do I use that now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Hold on. Vital Strike.
Take him down.
With another advantage.
As much damage as you can do.
Come on.
Rocket.
Come on.
Big money, no whammies.
Oh, that's a hit. That's a hit. All right, I got another hit.
Yep, those are both hits.
And
Roll your damage, please.
Okay.
You double the damage on the second
Right,
roll.
that's right. Yep.
On the second attack.
Come on, roll big.
Kigia gave you an advantage.
Oh, Alcott!
Huzzah!
We shall receive.
35.
Woo!
35
Wow.
points of damage? Nice.
Describe it for me.
Get that revenge.
Well, I see my friend Solomon go down, and I become enraged, and I take me sword, and I plunge it into his side, from side to side, oblique to oblique.
You see this as
Amy,
Cade.
you got 4 advantages.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Eamon. Cade, you thrust it in once. He lunges back, his back arches, you pull it out. You thrust your rapier in a second time, right through his side, as you said. You see entrails split out the other side.
The side! That's what you get!
He screams and thunks and falls down on top of Solomon.
On top of Solomon!
Yes.
Oh, we are having none of that.
All right, now we
And Kate's just doing all the work for us.
now we go to
That's
Alcott.
right.
I just sort of look around. Now what? We can't get to him for another 3.5 minutes. We need to figure out this smoke on the back wall. And
Why can't we get to him for 3?
Because he's trapped in the bubble.
Why'd you do that, sir?
Because he's dangerous. Did you see the bones in his hands?
We can't even kill him! You kept us from killing him!
Hush, I'm keeping you safe. And I want to move to the back wall where the smoke was like coming out through the pores in the wall.
All right, Alcott, you move to the back. You see, yes, there is smoke coming through cracks and crevices all along this back wall. Shalelu, she runs forward towards Solomon and starts trying to yank the body of the ogre off of him. We're going to stay in sort of a round-based initiative. You see the mage. Thank you for the follow, Juicebox. You see this individual here starts pushing against the walls of the sphere and pulls something out of his pouch.
You better have a plan for this,
All
Al!
right, we'll go initiative again.
I just say best of luck to him. Let's focus.
Okay, initiative again.
DM has a fat 1.
She got a 6.
Oh! You're going down, DM.
Alright. Well, I guess since Shalelu's trying to lift the thing off of Solomon, I will help her since I am raging and
Well, Shalala better do
pretty
something.
strong right now. So, I'll fly and just try to help pull the
All right,
ogre off of Solomon.
between the two of you, you're able to roll, thunk, squish the body of this massive ogre off the top of Solomon. Solomon's own blood mixed with the blood of this ogre that lies beside him now. Eamon, what are you doing?
I'm going to back into this corner a little bit, but I'm going to continue to watch this mage or whatever he is.
Okay. And then, Cade, what are you doing?
Well, Alicott has trapped our enemy. How do we get to him? When this thing is done, have you thought of that plan?
Did you call him Alley Cat?
Alicott! I can't remember his name.
It's
Until
probably,
he proves himself.
it's probably because you were so drunk when you met
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Probably.
Yes.
You have 3.5 minutes.
Okay, no,
that
you
point-
have 3.5 minutes.
No, we have 3.5 minutes.
You better have a plan, sir.
Well, let's figure out the smoke and what's going on around us, and then we can deal with the bad guy.
Well, figure it out. I'm just a
I know you're all about
I'm
stabbing
just-
and killing. I'm gonna figure this out. You guys prepare to do the stabbing and killing.
Shalala, you better have a plan, too. You better do something. You got my friend killed.
How did she get your friend?
I don't know, I want to blame her.
She looks up at you, her eyes are rimmed with red,
Oh,
and
oh.
you see she snarls. I've had enough of your insolence, Kate! I've done nothing! I am tired of you disrespecting me! If you wish not my help, I will leave! We have a fallen comrade! We have an enemy trapped in some sort of bizarre bubble! You turning on me is not the answer here!
Well, turn that rage to that thing.
And what would you have me do?
I don't know, do something.
Have another drink, Kate.
All right, so I will. That's the best advice you've ever given me.
All right. So you see the mage. He pulls out this red and brown.
do I
robes.
get to do something?
Yeah. You move to the back.
I
wall
know,
here,
but
yeah, so-
I didn't get my second turn. Everybody else
This
does.
is
Kate got to drink
It's
rum.
all simultaneous action.
Can I see anything through the cracks?
I'll get that in a second.
Okay,
So you see, you don't see it because you're focused on this, but
Everybody else.
you can definitely see it. Amen. Cade, you're busier, so only you, Amen. You see, he pulls out something that looks like a set of knuckle bones on a leather thong and starts tapping them up against the sphere. You see there's an electric charge that starts to dissipate in blue light across the sphere. All right, we come to now you, Alcott. You get to the back wall there, and as I said, you see that smoke billowing through. Remind me of your perception, please.
How good is it?
Perception. What? I do not have a skill called perception. Search.
I'm not used to
Spot.
Is it?
Okay, so you're using the base 3-5.
Base 3-5.
So
yeah.
you start. It's called search.
Search. That would be +5.
That's a good example of different editions and
Yeah.
being able to
Because
You guys are
move on the
using
fly.
technically
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder,
I'm using
right?
Pathfinder.
Technically, which is still 3-5, but it's just got some
different
modifications
words.
to it. Yes,
See, I would
exactly.
prefer the word perception
Yeah,
because
that
it's
makes
5e
sense.
thing.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
So
'cause-
we'll switch that up on your
Great.
app.
I'm working on the app after that.
Yeah, so
I
you
forgot
just
what my
see
perception was.
you see smoke, as I said earlier. It's billowing through cracks and crevices as you search along the wall. Though you can't see anything of note, but the smell here is it smells like burning flesh, like charred bodies in this smoke, and that's all you can see.
I want to
I think
take
we
out my
know where the
spell
other
book and
black
start
arrows
to
went.
cast detect magic in a cone in front of me.
Okay.
Try and
All right.
see if I can see anything. It'll last up to the next minute, so I can move around with it. But that's what I'm doing right now.
All right, I like that. Yes, 888 is correct. That's how you win any argument with Cade. You just say, "Have another drink, Cade."
Pretty fair.
The Mad Chowders are already on fire today. Okay, so we're gonna go initiative now again.
Okay.
Next round.
2.
PM has a 4.
No.
First,
All right.
last time.
All right, so
Sorry.
again, you hear a thunk. It's like a hollow sound that reverberates through the room. You see bits of rock shake on the floor as this ogre mage continues to slap these knuckle bones all against the sphere. The lightning and electricity arc across it, and you see there begin to form gaps and bits in the sphere that look somewhat diaphanous. but it's still struggling and hammering against the sphere.
I'm not all the way smart, but that don't look good. What is going on?
We're gonna go, Yaman. You're seeing all this.
Perhaps we need to be prepared. I understand the wall is interesting, but not as interesting as the danger in front of us.
Unfortunately, I'm not very built to damage things, so
Well, that's a shame.
I can figure out the problem while you keep that thing distracted.
All right. Well,
What do we do? Irda! Hey, I got any ideas?
well, I have a thought. Since this is a very dim lit area, because of I know that our human friends might be struggling a bit, so I'm going to tap my sword against my shield a couple times and cast daylight on my shield, so that now the whole area should be lit up like
Brilliant.
the day.
Literally.
That might help you with your
Suddenly,
search.
everything gets brighter in the room.
Because it's 60-foot radius, so I should be able to cover.
Yeah, it covers
that's
the
the whole
entire
thing,
room.
guys.
All right, Alcott, you cast your detect magic.
Oh, thank you for the raid, Wily Hobbit!
You sense there is magic on the other side of these walls.
Oh, great.
But you sense nothing about the walls themselves, which is magical.
So, the way detect magic works that I found is first round I found the presence of auras. I have to
Right.
wait till the third round till I can find what school of magic
That's correct.
they come
Yes,
from.
that's correct. So all you're
So-
sensing is a presence right now.
Do I have a direction?
This is like through these walls.
So
you
just
sense-
wholly
you
through the
said
wall.
you kind of focus this direction. Obviously, there's magic behind you. You know, you got Solomon was carrying magic. You could
Yeah.
feel the but you sensed.
But
there
nothing
was-
specific. It's
no,
just vague
so-
magic.
There's a sense of magic on the other side of these
Okay.
walls, and somewhat distant actually.
Oh,
Not-
wow.
Yeah, not.
And this is a tunnel, if I'm
No,
correct?
no. So this is actually just all wall.
Oh, all wall.
So you don't see any exit from this room.
Okay.
So, this...
I bet it's where he stands.
this
I shout out, something is through the wall. Something magical, but it's a good distance. I don't know how we're supposed to get to it.
Well, since I have my light for the next hour and 40 minutes, we should be able to search fairly well. Can I fly up a little higher and see if I can see any, like, openings or something that might look like a gap somewhere that we might be able to go through?
All right, Irda. Her wings aloft. She flies higher
So I can get a
and
little better
higher in the
vantage point.
cavern. So let's get her up a bit higher.
Yes.
And as you get up, well off my camera there. She's at the top of that. Just trust me, viewers.
She be gone.
You still see the same thing. You see smoke that filters through cracks at the top of this cavern, through the rock in different places.
Can I search to see if I can find anything? Okay.
And I know your perception.
It's a plus 18.
Up here at top, you don't see anything. It just looks like there's a volume of smoke on the other side of this wall that is coagulating behind it and then seeping through cracks in this wall. All right, we go to Cade.
I really so don't know what to do.
I have a mild plan, if a couple of us are feeling very, very brave.
I ain't feeling brave.
Yes.
Let me take a swig. I'll feel braver.
I have a spell that allows me to move a great distance and go exactly to that point with two other people.
Like.
However, I have to think about it really hard and hope that I know a little bit how thick the wall is. We shouldn't get lodged in the wall, I think.
Well, this sounds like a terrible plan.
Well, it's our best.
Should we wait until the bubble
Yes,
is gone?
I was thinking we
Because
could
I
take
don't
care
wanna
of the
leave
mage
Eamon
and
by
then
himself.
Oh, well.
do this.
Okay.
All right, Eamon, what are you doing?
I'm going to step a little bit closer to this mage. I'm still watching to see what this bubble looks like as far as its stability.
Oh, wait a minute. On me turn. Is he still knocking his knuckle bones?
Yes.
Can I time it right?
To do what?
Well, you said there were breaks.
Or at least areas of thinness, if you will.
Could I throw a dagger? Try to sneak it through.
You could try.
Alright, that's what I'm gonna do.
You could lose a dagger if you want to. I don't know how you're gonna get it back.
That's my return to that.
Oh?
Oh no, I'll use the other one. I have daggers all over the place.
Oh, great.
I forgot.
No, I
That's
trust
not
you.
like a dozen.
Just a cheap little letter opener.
Thank you very much for the
I am
raid,
returning my
Wily
market in, but
Hobbit.
it might not make it back out.
Right.
We appreciate that.
We don't want to lose
does it,
that
like,
one.
Any of the raiders,
Yeah,
give us
it
a
comes
follow
back.
and hang on. We've got a giveaway coming. You won't get this anywhere else. A
Nope.
metal flask of a Mako's Revenge. This is for
daggers have
keeping
daggers.
all of your needed rum for supporting Blue Box and Captain Cade Cardinal.
That's right. We daggers
this
have
will be
daggers.
A fun giveaway. The daggers have
They
daggers.
multiply.
All right. You can throw one.
All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna try this with an advantage because if I get to 20, it should go through the.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah,
That's how D&D works. You get a 20 and it happens.
Anything happens, yes. The gods fall from the heavens.
I seduce the dragon.
I'll get a double 20 and then 100. Oh well, that was pretty close. I got an 34. 35 with me banner.
All right.
Banner's not active anymore. Solomon's.
No, I picked it up.
No, but it's not active anymore.
It has to be with the Cavalier.
Him.
Oh well, poop.
Oh, actually, I haven't launched the giveaway yet. Let me do that now, just so I can get it active here real quick. Hang on, everybody. Thank you again to Wily Hobbit and all the new folks that have joined us.
Solomon
Tim, I'm
can't be
sorry,
reached for comment.
no one is dead yet, but there's still
Well,
a lot of
Solomon's
time.
dead.
Well, that was last week, but nobody new dead. But there's still a lot of time, so hang in.
Hey.
All right, we're gonna do exclamation point flask. And that should be off and running. So, you type, and I'll
dead.
type it in the chat here. You type that in the chat. Whoops, not without the
I already know what's in the flask.
yeah, without the diagonal sign there. Hang on.
I think everybody's got it.
Has it been 3 rounds since I started the tech magic?
No, we're in round 2. Since you started, yeah, so round 2. So again, this flask will be given away. So flask dance.
As I move forward, I'd like to cast something, if that's possible.
Okay, tell me what you're casting, and I'm gonna tell what happens to your dagger.
No, tell me.
As you throw your dagger,
Good things.
it strikes the edge of the bubble. As these arcs of electricity go, it snaps back off of it like a ricochet,
crap.
and it goes.
Whoa! I'm gonna kill myself.
Or Shalelu, or
see
someone
here.
else.
Your dagger hit the smoke and then snapped back magically?
Yeah, like a
Maybe
ricochet.
Maybe I don't
No,
want
no,
Yes,
no,
once,
the bubble.
yes, right back towards you. A direct right back towards you.
And I catch it with me hand.
Good luck.
No, you don't. You reach up as your dagger rebounds off of the. You take 2 points of damage. It slices your shoulder.
I did an 18.
No, it doesn't.
34.
It doesn't matter. You're not this.
I've already told you!
Curse your resilience.
Drink some more rum, kid.
Curse your resilience. That's awesome. All right. So your spell was
True Strike, which
Okay.
grants me plus 20 on my next attack.
right, and that has no. What's the duration on that? That's
I
like
was
it's just. I
right
think
up-
it's either in. It's like a day. It's a long time. I know.
It just says see,
Until you
see
do it.
text, and I've got plus
It
20
might
on my
be
next
concentration,
attack roll.
so just infinitely until you hit
Yeah,
next.
but so like you can carry it over to the next day. So if you have True Strike, cast it at
that's
night,
what
and it's still
I was
good the
trying
next
to
day.
find
I
it,
should
yeah.
know that. Forgive me for not. If any of our chatters know the answer to that, I want to make sure I'm adjudicating it properly. But either way, it's certainly fine for this.
It's
right?
probably
So
like Smite, where it lasts until you rest.
that's what I would think. So
Because, I mean, that's how Smite works.
I don't plan on holding on to it for very long. Hopefully.
That would be my
so
guess.
what about held a message hostility? What?
It blocked the word
It
hostility?
blocked the word hostility? Oh my gosh. We have we gotta like have a talk with our Nightbot here. He's way too aggressive.
Well, that's TwitchBot, not Nightbot.
Oh, it is, okay, yeah.
If it is made before the end of the next round.
Oh,
The end of the next round.
forever.
Yes.
So it only,
Thank you.
on this wording it says in parentheses, because yours it says see text, it also says that for the duration here.
Yeah, and
If you make it before the end of the next round, so it only lasts one whole round.
True Strike?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
apparently.
Okay, good. I didn't realize that.
Hashtag Millith forever.
All right, so you would know that. You probably don't want to do that.
Okay.
Because
I did say out loud
this is going to
3.5
last
minutes.
much longer than
Right.
your
Yeah.
true strike would last. So
But
what do
at
you
least you know, like, you can prep right before. Like,
Then,
I have a
yeah,
countdown
I mean,
in my
I'll wait.
head. I know when it's going to pop, so I can let you guys know when it's going to
Okay.
pop.
He would.
Well, I wouldn't know that.
Well,
All right. So what are you going to do?
True.
Well, I'm gonna hold on to it then. Yeah, and I'm just gonna continue to watch him.
The
I'd like to
hostility
try
part.
to slide in behind him if I can.
Sure. Yeah, there's no problem with that. So you slip behind this rock outcropping. You see, with increasing fervency, he's slamming these knuckle bones up against the sphere. Doesn't really seem to be having the effect that he wants. Like he can't seem to break through it as he hammers and hammers and hammers it.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, you can hear it from behind you.
I want to look back and be like, best of luck, friend. Oh, and 3 minutes 26. Still counting down.
all right.
No, it was you put apparently was what got modded for those who were asking. It
Okay,
was the
so
words you and
RPG
put.
added permitted the term you put.
Yep.
The term was, sorry guys, I don't want to distract everyone here, but I'm really
It literally was
confused.
the words to you put were the what was permitted.
You put?
Yes.
Okay.
It's because things like that tend to be associated with other things where people harass streamers, and it's not.
Makes sense.
You put that the wrong way. You put the flask on the shelf.
It's-
You like it's what's
Well, it's not. It's
Okay.
not that.
All right, I don't want to know. Maybe there's something I don't need to know here. All right, so back at it now. We're going to go to the next round, and no need to roll initiative.
Okay.
You now see this creature is helpless as it slams up against the sphere. It's tried everything it can.
Is it
cannot
tiring
get
Now you see the joy of it!
No, now you see it. It kind of.
Oh, get yourself
Hey, Kyle,
aggravated, you little goon ball!
It sort of steps away from the edge of the sphere, and it turns, and it just it glares daggers at Alcott, and it starts. You see a long black nailed finger just taps a chin, looking at
He's eyeing you, alley cut!
I do not like that.
I don't like it either.
All right.
What are we gonna do with him? We need a plan. Irna, what's your plan?
My plan is to wait this bubble out, and I.
Well, I think we need a plan for when it pops. So what's
Yeah,
the plan?
I cast smite on him, so I'm going to wail on him until he is dead.
All right,
That
what
is
about
my
you?
plan.
You got some magic-y missiles.
No more today.
Oh, well,
Just the one. I wanted to be prepared for
not
anything.
being prepared,
The cave.
sir.
I didn't know the cave would have ogres in it. I thought it might have rats, bats. I don't know. Not
What about
ogres.
you?
I'll do what needs to be done.
And what is that? We need to hear this plan.
I'm behind him. I'm going to hit him. What else do you do?
I'm going to.
Wow!
Kid, I mean, what is your plan?
Probably drink more
I know
rum.
what I'm gonna do. I'm so angry. I'm going to take Hokito's sword I throw at him as a sneak attack.
Shillelagh just
How
shakes
sneaky.
her head.
You'd never expect it.
You do realize that you just announced that, and that ogre probably heard you, right?
You hear the ogre from inside, and it's pretty obvious it's hearing you from outside.
So therefore,
Alright, so this
not a
resilience
sneaky
thing is not a deafening thing.
No, it's just that
Well,
keeping them.
He can breathe too.
well, I'm gonna sneak attack.
Honestly, probably better than us right now.
I'm gonna sneak attack you.
Okay,
Now
let
we
me
won't
clip
accept
that.
it.
First time.
I love D&D first. I've never had a player look at the enemy and say, "I'm going to sneak attack you." That is well done. Yes,
My
Robert,
fate check?
exactly. All right, so you guys, you still have a duration of
Round 3
time
on,
here.
detect
So no
magic.
more rounds. You got time. What are you gonna do for the next?
Do
couple
I have the
minutes?
location of the magic now at this
Wait,
point? Because
yeah,
I can tell
so
distance
you
at this
sense
point.
it now. It is an arcane magic.
Great.
Fate, and it's probably 40, 50 feet beyond this wall.
And I can try and determine its school of magic.
Will
Unless
that be
you don't have
around?
that
So
in
listen,
mind.
no, it does fine. You sense,
Well, I have, if you want, I technically have to make a roll to determine this.
yeah, but no, what I'm going to tell you
Great.
is, what you sense is, it's an unfamiliar type of magic to you, with the exception of, you felt the same aura from a medallion that Solomon had around his neck. The Cavalier had a 7-pointed silver star around his neck. You had sensed the same thing from when he came into your cabin. You sense whatever that type of magic is lies beyond this wall.
Wait, we had magic in our medallions?
Yes, you knew this, kid.
Yes.
I did?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Arr! It's all coming back to me
You
now.
were told what I did when you got it.
What was the rune
Should they be around our
called?
neck?
Well,
Sahedron?
Solomon's
Sahedron.
wearing
Sahedron.
his
It's a
still.
Sahedron.
I wear mine.
Yeah, along with the strength medallion that you got. So I don't remember what your Sahedron medallion did, but it was different than what Solomon's did. That's all I remember.
Well, I don't even know what mine does.
I say, it feels like the same magic of your Sahedron, the 7-pointed star. Still learning a bit about what you guys have gotten into, but it appears
I
that
don't think
this
it's a good thing.
I don't
think Kate knows
either.
what he's
It
gotten
appears
into.
that it is related to this. How far?
As I said, about
Distance-wise.
40 or 50 feet.
Okay, I can get us there. Easily. 3 of us. Brave ones. Well,
I can be brave
technically 2 and then me.
sometimes.
And I'm not very... Well, we'll talk about bravery later.
Did anyone get injured during the fight with the ogre so
Shalelu
far?
walks over. She starts looking on these same walls that Alcott looked.
Was anybody hit by the ogres? No.
No.
Just
Just the
Solomon?
one big one.
Okay.
Just
One
solid.
big one.
Just that
I
one
just
big
wanted
hit.
to-
And then I hit myself with my own dagger, but oh well.
I mean, I could heal you a little bit if you need.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Very well.
Tis a flesh wound.
All right.
What do you make of this, Shalelu?
Yeah.
You see she's running her hands along the wall.
Like
She
lay on
pulls away
hands.
soot on her
That's a
fingers.
little bit.
She's clearly using her keen elven touch and eyesight as she goes along the walls.
Well, pick up.
She's looking.
Spit it out, because we did just hit a minute on the timer.
Don't waste time, Shalelu.
Kid, you're not helping.
She stops.
And we kind of do need to waste time. We're waiting for the bubble to pop.
She looks at Cade. She shakes her head. Cade, I suppose you do now deserve the name Captain, but you demonstrate so little leadership in anything that you do.
Thanks, sweetie.
When you apply your mind, rather than simply your lusts or your palate or your blade, you can find things like this. And she reaches out, she pushes on a rock in the wall, and you hear a groaning sound. And you see
What do you know what you're pushing on?
that wall pivots open. The smoke kind of billows out for a moment, trapped behind this wall, filling the room, even dimming a bit of the light that had been cast by
Thank you,
Irda.
Petros. I got rid of them.
Uh-oh, do we have a...
Spammer.
Spammers be gone!
You gotta.
Demon from the underground.
It's from Vivi.
I totally saw that button, by the way.
Sure you did.
Oh, were you waiting to push it then?
Oh, she can be snotty.
We were waiting on the bubble, Shalelu, of course.
Well, should we close it again then?
She'll keep
Let's.
aggravating you.
Just in case.
You see, she walks over. Symbolic.
Oh, go, Dirda!
She knocked over Solomon again. That's awful. She's got a busted
My
base
broken
here,
base
so
does
it's a
not
little
help.
bit tough to get her to stabilize. She walks
have to
over,
get
she
me.
pushes on the wall,
Many painted.
and as she does so, you hear that same grating sound, and it pivots back.
Well, if there's anybody on the other side of that, they probably know we're here now.
Right, Shalelu.
But I'm not going to be mad at you for finding that. That's very helpful.
She didn't have to open it. She could have just. She was trying
Kid,
to be
rum.
snarky to
Drink
me.
more rum.
All right, take another swig.
All right, we're down to less than 30 seconds. We should all get ready.
Oh.
Alright, so I'm going to turn and face this
I have a
ogre.
Piquito sword.
I'm going to stand in the back corner if you don't mind.
Yes, of course.
All right,
Like,
so
I
tell me
don't
where everybody's going to position
I'm
themselves.
just
Somebody
gonna be
does not have-
within
I would
striking
like to
range.
be in that
Proper
corner over there.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna be in
Why
striking
don't you go
range
out and
of
roll some snowballs and throw it at him?
this ogre, and because I
Might work.
All right, so you're here in this back corner. So Alcott, the mage, stands behind that. We have
That would have been a
Shalelu.
good idea.
She pivots around. Cade, where are you at?
What would be a good spot? Well, I'm getting Paquito's sword.
All right, you walk over.
And then-
You pick up the bloody blade off the ground. It's impossible not to see the
I feel
bits
like
of skull
I
and
should
brain.
be over here because then, if he's over here, then I'll get him from the back.
All right, so you move over here.
He can't have eyeballs everywhere!
I want to be within hitting distance of that guy.
All right, and so you're going to kind of fly back down more to standard height.
Yes.
And
Up and down. Flying
so
all over
again,
us.
I don't like anachronisms, but there's one that is just so coming to mind for me right now. Can anyone guess what it is? No. So he's standing here. This sphere shield is up in front of him. All of you are staring at him. He's staring at you.
It's the Phantom Menace.
The Sith,
when the
right
ray
in front of
shields
them.
come on.
Exactly, yes.
Darth Maul
Obi-Wan's
versus-
just sitting there.
Darth
Maul.
Maul is right in front of
Attached
him.
to the shield.
Qui-Gon and Qui-Gon.
Exactly. So, all right, that's your one anachronism for the day. But
It's even
they felt
perfect
so
because
appropriate.
Qui-Gon died and Solomon died.
That's
So
right.
now we're sitting here angry.
That's exactly right. All right.
Spoilers for all of Star Wars.
Yeah, like
But if you haven't seen it by now,
Star Wars on here, they're way late to
that was
the game.
1996.
Yeah.
I think you might be right.
All right. You see the mage. He puts the knuckle bounds. They're they're singed in a pouch, and he pulls out a wand
Oh no.
and he levels it right. He clearly has discerned what this is. He's got it leveled right at
Before
Alcott.
the sphere disappears, I will cast Shield. You see, the shield that is on my back, and a spectral image of it appears in front of me as I wave my hand and sort of hold it steady in front of me, just glaring at him like, come on.
That's how he's gonna be a good addition.
And
I've got him thoroughly distracted.
and my AC against him is 29 because I did smite him,
Right,
so I have higher
you have
AC.
smitten, smoted, and smotted. All right. And I'm going to say you guys will get automatic initiative because Alcott will know the exact moment
That's
his shield
right.
will-
He's got the
I'll give you a
timer
countdown.
in his head.
3, 2,
All right.
I know the sword.
The shield,
Paquito's sword.
the shield
It's gotta have some sort of
vanishes.
magic.
I'll tell you in an hour later.
You have initiative as you hear Alcott. He literally calls out the timer, although the creature also hears as this timer is called out. So we will still roll initiative. Instead of saying now, he called a 3, 2, 1 countdown out loud.
Well,
the creature could hear too.
Yeah.
So you just lost the.
It's a decent point. I don't know how else I was supposed to do it.
All right, initiative. And the
Oh,
DM,
wait! He doesn't know how to count. Maybe he's not.
6.
DM has a 4. You still managed to
Oh,
do
no!
6.
Oh! Al is worth keeping around, I tell ya.
Do I attack first? Do I attack?
All right, so yes, Irda, you are fine. You're kind
okay.
of high level. You see
Advantage.
him with this wand pointed directly at Alcott.
Yeah, okay. I'm rolling with advantage.
Give some more height. This is not too easy to see here.
Natural 18 on the die, plus 4, which is my charisma bonus for this. That's a 22 plus 16 is a 38. No,
That is a hit.
38. Okay, that's my first attack, and I'm gonna vital strike on my second attack.
Thank you, all of our viewers. You guys are awesome.
Okay, vital strike.
Exclamation point flash for the giveaway.
That's what I thought. Ogres can't
It's fine
count.
though. 24, 28
This ogre mage can.
28 to hit on the second one.
Those both hit.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so vital strike. So I double the die on the second one.
My attack bonuses are pitiful compared to you guys.
Oh, and I add a plus 2 to my first attack because I hit. That's my first attack against him.
Okay.
So it's a 8, 9, 10, 12 points on my first attack.
Inside voice. Inside.
And then
Okay, 12
on my
on the first. all right.
second attack. Ooh, that's really good. 6 and 8 is 11. No, 13.
What are we at?
13 points on the second one.
All
Sorry.
right, so yes, you fly forward. You slash
Oh wait, no, I didn't double it though. Dang it.
twice. Oh, you vital strike.
I
on
need
the
to
second
double.
one?
So
Okay, go ahead.
that's
Oh, right, your first hit on the smite.
18 should have been
18 on the
second.
first one, right? Or the second one?
No, the smite was 12, and
double the
the vital
Yeah,
strike
okay.
was an 18.
All right, you
30
slash
points.
twice. You see the first look of fear on this ogre's face. It staggers beneath the weight of your blows. Blood spurts everywhere. Its cloak is shred as Irda's wings keep her aloft, and she slices and slices. And we go to Cade.
Huzzah.
That should be Reggie's on twice.
Alright, I throw Pokito's sword. With all me might, I'm enraged. I take a swig of rum before I do it. Oh wait, I can't. I only have one arm.
Yes, only one on.
Crap.
So any of our viewers, there are always these opportunities for me to explain to Cade why what he's doing is not the smartest thing.
Oh,
but
no.
he is Cade, so you let him do these things.
you let Cade do
He doesn't necessarily understand things like weapon proficiencies and purposes of weapons. A sword is worth throwing, so go ahead and roll the hit.
Let's do it.
Come on! You can do it! Hold on. Wait, are you raging?
I'm still raging, yeah.
And how much does that give me for?
But it doesn't help you because you're
Range.
throwing it. It only
It's a
affects
melee
your
attack.
Strength.
strength.
It's not
Yeah, it doesn't
dexterity.
help your
31.
well, no, you're adding your strength bonus to that. So you
Yeah,
need
also-
a range attack bonus with a non-proficient weapon.
So it's your.
So it would help.
No, rage
Rages only help strength and
Yes,
constitution and wisdom
You
saves.
fling the blade. It catches the cloak and clatters to the ground on the opposite side.
What did you take away from me?
You don't
Away
get
the
you don't
strength
get your
bonus,
strength
and you have no
bonus.
proficiency with throwing a sword, so you don't get the base attack bonus you would normally get. It's a
Well, that was...
that's
Well,
not
I get another one. Oh, no. But I get to throw...
yes, you can throw another. You can throw a
I'm gonna
dagger.
throw a returning dagger. And
All right.
you know what I get with this? Oh, no, it won't work with this. Shoot.
All right, roll to hit. And Kate has the necklace. Yes. His
vital
rum a
strike only
debuff.
melee?
Yeah, about a
What's the
second
necklace?
melee. You can use precise strike on throwing things.
Wait, what is the necklace?
Roll to
But
hit, please.
Cade's already used precise strike in this combat,
Yeah.
so.
Yes. It's continued the same combat because it's the same spell that had it.
All right, I'm
even
using
though there
another
were
advantage.
Several minutes to pass. This is still the same combat.
He sits there returning dagger so it comes
It
back.
comes back.
Your dagger, just like not even close. You know,
No, it wasn't even close.
after throwing the sword, you
It's
were
like I
slightly off
threw a
balance,
boomerang.
and it flings back to you. Alcott, you see the mage. He still maintains his draw on you with that wand as he's stricken by Irda. What do you do?
Guys, comprehend languages? I don't know.
It's a good one.
Shoot, I mean, I'm not meant for this kind of thing. Oh, okay.
Always reassuring for your
Kind of.
companion.
Yes, I
Combat, I'm not really meant for this sort of thing.
I mean, I'm not.
Wizard
Supposed to
remark.
do damage.
But that I can affect, and I point right at his wand, and I sort of twiddle my fingers and mutter a word, and I cast Dispel Magic on his wand.
Oh, well, that works.
Okay, so you're casting it directly on the wand, correct?
Yes.
What is your DC?
Happens to a one.
11 plus caster level, so 19.
Huh.
I'm going to use advantage on this. All right, I'll tell you what happens in a second. Eamon.
It's the best I can do.
So as the bubble comes down and Alcott tells us to
Advantage one.
strike,
Yeah, it is.
Eamon's going to draw, is going to bring his sword from next to him, and as he does, he's going to wave his hand over his blade and cast Shocking Grasp on his
sick.
blade
Yeah.
as he swings for the...
Let me just put this
All right, Eamon, you've got a flank attack there as well.
Woohoo!
So roll to hit. You're kind of swinging up. You got a good shot at sort of the calves and knees of the creature as your blade crackles with electricity.
I'm going to do this at advantage just because if I don't, I will miss. That's an 18.
Ooh.
Plus.
I don't need the plus. Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. All right. So damage on the sword. Ooh, 17.
And the shocking grasp.
Plus the shocking grasp is 13. And
That's 30.
13, 17, 19.
So 49 points.
49 points of damage.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I rolled really high on those shocking grasp die.
Oh, he might be worth having around.
But we've known this kid. You're the only one that's like, I don't know, maybe.
All right.
I look really jealous.
All right. So we're gonna do this in a couple different stages. All right. First of all, you're gonna tell me what that looks like.
Yes.
But then I'm gonna tell you what happens after you tell me what that looks like.
What?
Okay.
This is interesting.
So, since he's more at eye level, I'm going to swing for his knees, and as the blade goes through his first leg and meets his second leg, the shocking grasp takes effect and electrocutes him.
All right. As you do this, oh, Tim with the cheer. That is for Kate throwing a sword.
You're getting on me good side now, Tim.
As the ogre mage shivers, and you see
Shiver me timbers.
Bolts of lightning arc across its body. As your dispel magic hits the wand, you feel a reverberation come back from the wand. The lightning from his attack spills through the wand, and I need you to make a reflex save, DC 21. I rolled a nat 20 on the wand save against his DC.
Well, that would do it, wouldn't it?
Advantage.
I was saving
That's
that to
a
describe it
decent
the right
point.
way. So you feel this
It wouldn't hurt
surge of
that bad,
electricity
right? It
come
would
back
only
to
just
the
kill
wand.
me.
Yeah, that was
Because it was already
Definitely
one of
gonna use an
lightning bolts,
advantage here.
and now it's got the shocking grasp, and so like it's
Reflex.
a basically a fumble save.
What did you say the DC was?
21.
21.
22.
You take half damage. So you're gonna take half damage.
Half of the total that he
Yes,
dealt?
yes. Well, no, half the total. Because he was included melee damage. So
Right.
yeah, so it's gonna be what I
shocking
roll.
damage was-
It's gonna be basically the.
I'm like, even half of that might
It
still
won't even be that.
Okay.
It's gonna be just the wand itself.
Okay.
And as that arcs out towards you, you take.
I tried my best.
I'm secretly trying to kill the whole party.
Yeah.
I never sensed evil on you.
Don't say, oh man.
Wow, that would have been 34 points of damage. You take 17 points of damage as you dive out of the way. You see the creature, Eamon.
Got you.
It's shaking as it falls off the side, clatters to the ground, and you smell the smoke and the burning flesh of Alcott.
As
Amen.
Irda
Full
sees
Odin.
Alcott take full blast of electricity, she immediately flies to him and casts Cure Serious Wounds. So that's 3d8.
Yeah,
He's a crispy wizard.
I don't have a lot of health.
He's a crispy wizard. You get healing from Irda. She quickly lays her hands on your fallen form.
How much?
28 points of healing.
Yeah. Is there over healing?
No, but that is quite useful.
Yeah,
Thank
max
you,
health
Irda.
again.
Shilelu,
I rolled well
she
on that
stands
one.
there with an arrow that she had pulled back and drawn, and she just sort of lets it fall as she sees the ogre mage drop to the ground.
Alcott was almost all gone.
But not yet.
Not yet.
Don't
He lives
try to-
another day.
Don't keep up with our mad chatters on the puns.
Oh.
Okay, and I'm going to just let the rage drop for now. The raging song, so
Okay.
everyone is not. They are back to their regular bonuses.
All right. There is now just the distant sound of
Strike comes back.
what might be
Burning.
water or fire. You hear sort of a crackling, and there's still the roiling dark smoke that fills the room.
And my daylight spell is still keeping
Okay,
everything well
good to
lit.
know.
Before we go through Shalelu's secret little hole in the
I don't
wall.
think it's hers. She
I
found
found it. I found it first.
Oh, he found it first. I'm confused.
Shilelu just rolls her eyes.
I got to take care of me friend Solomon.
Oh.
I don't want to leave him in this room, so we got to take him out to the snow and preserve his body.
It's a decent point.
Yes, I am aware that he is our friend, Cade.
He's me friend, me best mate,
And
me
Irda,
fellow buddy of trouble.
Irda just kind of gives Cade a look and turns and flies down to Solomon.
All right, you see, as I described
Oh, and I go
earlier-
pick up Poquito's sword.
All right, you pick up Paquito's sword, where it clattered to the floor on the other side of the room. And yes, you walk to Solomon. I've already described the gruesome scene enough times. I won't keep describing what he looks like, but you know he is shattered and crushed. Solomon is leaking fluids from all
And I'm very sad.
places.
Fly down to him.
All right, you loft down to the ground. You can still hear the drip, 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 not only of his blood, but of the ogres that surround you, and you can still smell the burnt flesh of Alcott.
So I take Solomon's shoulders and drag him out.
You're not on that side of the room yet.
I get over there to Solomon.
All right, you walk over, you see Irda standing next to Solomon, so both of you are standing by him now.
And since this is literally the first moment that she's had a chance to actually realize, process this, she immediately collapses and starts weeping over Solomon.
You see Irda fall to her knees next to Solomon. Big tears drop from her face to the ground. Alcott, you get up, you dust off your robes. They're a bit worse for the wear, singed, but your flesh has been healed. You still can feel, though, like a tingling of electricity through your nerves. Like your nervous system has been just sort of lit up and fried briefly, but there is no wounding to your flesh.
I sort of take note of the situation that's going on behind me, and I just move toward the wall to try and find that button again and just sort of sit there waiting.
All right. As you walk over, Shalelu, she just kind of steps aside and... Amen.
Eamon will check the mage.
All right, you walk over. As you check the mage, you find that wand that I referenced earlier. It's smoldering, but it's a long black wand, and it has now that you're looking at it more closely, it has a little jagged electrical bolt on the side of it, like a shot of lightning from the sky. You see he also has that pouch that I described earlier with a set of charred knuckle bones in them, and there are also coins inside the pouch. You find there are 47 pieces of gold and 212 pieces of silver. You don't find any copper. There are also what look like human ears, 4 human ears in a sack.
I'll leave the ears. No need for those.
You don't want another set?
Tasty snack?
Dried them.
Right, so Cade, you're sitting in front of the fallen Solomon. You hear the sobs and the weeping of Irda
I
next to you.
pour one out too. Solomon, me best friend to the end. Me mate of trouble. Me mate who kept you to on her feet. Gonna miss you, buddy, but I'll take good care of you. I'm gonna build that statue. You will be the hero of Fort Rennick. And then I take the pouch off his side.
All right, you take his coin pouch.
And I look inside.
All right, I'll have to get you all of his coins from his character, but you have all of his wealth.
There's something.
What are you looking for?
Okay.
See, would I have seen Alcott, because I was behind
Yeah.
the mage when he got hit. I'll stand back up, and as I turn, Alcott, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that.
No,
that
no
would've-
need. It was bloody brilliant. It's okay. First major hit I've had.
Glad you're still alive.
Yes.
wasn't responsible for somebody else dying. And I'll walk over to Solomon and Irda, and I'll try to avoid Cade.
All right. As you walk over, you kind of pass Cade as he's rifling through Solomon's body.
I put it in my pouch.
So to your question, now I understand. So again, perhaps there were more coins than you might have expected that Solomon would have had. That's all you would know.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah, because you didn't. Yeah, you didn't know how much he had.
Okay.
Yeah. So for OOC, because we're probably baffling everybody right now, there was a scene about 3 or 4 episodes ago in which the body of Cade's former shipmate, Poquito Huevos, was discovered. Solomon executed a deception when Cade was not looking and took the coins off of Poquito's body. So he does, in fact, have those coins in his pouch, but there would be nothing which would distinguish those from any other coins that Solomon would have.
And he had a lot of gold.
Yeah, and he had a lot of gold, so you really don't know what's what.
The only thing you knew that was Porquito's was the sword.
Okay.
I don't think Solomon was a klepto, Hobby Nut. It was really the first time he'd ever stolen like that. I don't know. He just, I think, felt like giving it to
He
Cade.
just liked collecting armor and
weapons mainly, yeah, weapons, yeah. All right.
But he knew Poquito was my friend.
You see the same stone that I referenced earlier, Alcott. You know, it's clear to you now. So what are you guys doing?
Kid, I know you want to take him outside this cave, but I don't want to leave him outside for anything to come and collect him, and I feel he might be safer here for now.
How long was the tunnel from? How long was the tunnel
But won't his body rot?
from the entrance to where? we
Oh,
are?
it's not really. It's like just a few feet, so like you can see
As long
outside
as we
now.
do not die here, he's not going to have time to decay any significant amount, and I would rather give him a proper burial.
He wasn't my friend, but I don't see any reason why any creature should come in here to a room filled with smoke to come and find a body to eat. This is probably the safest place for him to be.
Okay.
We know there's at least giant spiders out there, and I do not want him eaten by a giant spider personally.
There's
He
also
was
giants
my
out
friend, and I would rather see him be buried properly. We also know he had a brother, so I do not know where he is, but if we can find any information, I would like to get word to him as well.
His brother deserves to know.
I don't know about any other family yet, but
You see Alcott kind of shudder after he says that. Walk over to the wall where the smoke was coming out.
All right, you walk over to the wall. As I said, you see the stone that Shalala had pushed on.
Yeah, I'll just sit there waiting with her till they say their goodbyes and we're ready to move on.
Okay.
OOC, did you pick up all weapons?
so Solomon still has the
No, I just took Poquito's sword.
he still has
the Sahedrin
medallion around his neck.
He's got his battered
He
blade.
still
When
has
he dies?
his spear that lights up.
Oh.
You didn't lose that in the river.
He still has the spear. Because I remember him saying
He lost-
last week.
He
Last
lost
week
the
he tried to
blade that
use
he
it.
had
Yeah,
from Thistletop.
he lost the New Orleans sword from Ixen. Took that. The blade he lost in Thistletop was a different one, and he lost it, or not Thistletop. The one he lost in Turtleback Ferry was a different sword he had, and then his shield he lost there too. He still had the glowing spear, and then the spear, and then the Porquito's
sword.
blade. And he had some like daggers and like a hand axe and stuff too. But yeah, the main things were those 2 items, and then he had a rapier that he got off of no Lucretia, because you got the one that the magic one. You got the Lucretia one, because Zanisha was Magnamar. Lucretia was,
I threw her off the building.
but it's because she had 2 rapiers, and you got the one that glowed blue, and he took the other rapier.
Okay.
And then Shalala currently has his cloak of Elvenkind.
Ooh.
And then that's all I distinctly remember, but
Gotcha.
I'll get the rest of his items
Yeah.
from him, but yeah, that's right.
Okay.
All right.
and before Irda gets up to join the others to move on, she's just going to lay a hand on his chest and say a silent prayer to Saturday, and then stand up and
So,
walk over.
the Sanhedrin, because when it's tattooed, doesn't something happen?
Not Sanhedrin, Sihedrin.
Oh, that's Sihedrin.
Yes. So you saw everything you've seen of the Sihedrin ruins, whether it was the ones that were carved into the chests and flesh of the original folks that you saw way back, 20 sections ago, or the tattooed ones. They had to be emblazoned in some fashion on the flesh or in the flesh. You did not see any sort of glowing from the necklace. You did not see any of this, the same things that you saw with the tattoos or the carvings on the body.
And I remember what his medallion did. It once a day, if you fell to 0 or below 0 hit points, it brought you back to 1.
And we don't know what mine does?
You
Same
haven't
thing.
figured it.
Oh, I thought you said they were different.
No, the Sihedrin ruins.
Uh-huh.
No,
The
the medallions.
necklace.
Yeah, the medallions. No, they look slightly different, but the effect is the same. You weren't able to discern it initially, and when you looked at it, it was unclear to you. But now that you guys have leveled up a few times, you can sense it is the same as what he had.
So yeah. So if you fall to 0 or negative, it brings you back to 1 and brings you back to consciousness. But it's only once a day.
That would be awesome to have.
Take it off his neck.
I have no health.
So it's still around his neck. So
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Well, then I do, right?
you
Yeah,
would because you saw him get
yes.
it because we got it in
So-
Thistletop.
Yeah.
Like
I know that this is an important piece.
You and I are the only ones who knows that he's wearing it.
At the
Right.
very least, historically, it is important, and to help us figure out whatever mystery is going on.
All right,
So
Irda, should
Certainly
we
worth
not take this necklace off his neck?
you're just gonna glance back and say,
Baffle me, opponents.
I would honestly ask for it because I have this breastplate and this chain and the situation where I tripped before and I can be invisible but I make
Then you
noise.
take it. No need leaving it on a dead body.
But it's up to Shalelu, obviously. She's the one who has it right now.
Oh,
Shalelu, would you mind if I have that cloak of Elvenkind for helping?
You see, she pulls it off her shoulders and she holds it out. I can't believe we're passing his items in his presence of his corpse. I care not for
We
this.
do not have time. for
Exactly.
this.
I just
She hands you the cloak.
thank you, and I will put it on.
Time to move on.
Yes.
Press the button.
So Alcott moves forward. He presses the button. You see again the turning of that hidden wall, and it reveals a large chamber beyond. Let me read it to you before I put it on the table. You see, this is a huge room. Unlike the 25-foot ceilings that you saw before, the ceiling here goes nearly 50 feet high. The smoke kind of covers the top of it and then compresses down, but it's pushing out through this opening that you've now created. It's cavernous on all sides. Looks even less finished than the room that you had here. And there's a dank smell alloyed with that peculiar scent of burned flesh in the smoke. The thing which most catches your eye, there is what looks like a statue on the opposite end of the room. You immediately recognize this as the source of faint and strange magic that you felt. It stands in frozen vigil, nearly 40 feet tall, black skin covered with cracks, like a bed of a dried river or parched earth, cracked all over the skin. It's wearing heavy armor and has a giant glaive held in one hand, face covered in a snarl with a ferocious helm that sits atop it. And the one thing that you notice looking at this, which seems to be of a different color. Everything else is sort of a uniform black. There's a huge medallion, a Sihedron rune medallion that hangs on this creature's neck.
Oh.
And
Wait, this is the next room?
yes, this is the next
Oh,
room.
we should not have opened the door.
You've already opened it
This toward
once.
the back. All right.
Well, he's waiting for us now.
All right. So as you look in,
Oh!
there are nothing moves in the room. It is a bit darker now with the roiling of smoke still
Daylight.
obscuring the light from Irda's shield. And as you look in, that is really all that you see. That giant statue
Oh, they always come alive.
sits atop there. You can get a look at it, and then you guys are here leading out of the room.
I must recommend caution,
Yes. Always a good plan.
especially with what Cade said.
Indeed.
Animated statues and all.
Alcott, you mentioned you did not have much that you could assist with back in the other room. Perhaps this wand will be of assistance. And I'll hand him the black wand that I got off the
Fantastic.
mage.
Oh, I saw you, kind of cowering in the corner like you didn't want to be hit. So,
Oh, absolutely.
well, this medallion here might be a little help to you.
Birthday for me.
You proved yourself to be a little worthy of this group we have here.
Well, thank you, pirate.
Would you like a little drink of rum?
Absolutely not.
Oh, wait.
I'm a wine man. It's all right.
Oh, you might like it.
It's fine. The medallion.
Kate, can you think of nothing else? Shalelu says.
No, I can't.
All right. So
Alright.
I've got the medallion and the wand now, and we'll see how using that wand goes when the time comes.
All right. So again, this giant cavern yawns before you with this strange-looking statue.
I don't like statues. Except that they're of me.
Trying to figure a good angle.
Does this statue resemble anything like what was in Thistletop? Or does it look something distinguished, like different?
Looks very different and extremely lifelike.
Alright.
Yeah, which means you know what that means.
But is it obviously?
I always have to
It's
ask.
all carved with the same black stone.
Yes, with the exception of that silver medallion that hangs around the neck.
And it is obviously separated from the stone.
Looks like it.
Like it could be taken off.
Looks like it.
I
I wouldn't say anything's obvious from this distance, but yeah.
Shall we move in a little further? Slowly,
yes.
cautiously.
Of course.
Chop every stone! Leave no stone untapped!
We'll leave Cade at the back.
All right. So, what's the order in which you head into the room?
I guess I will go first.
And if you do not mind, I would love to go second.
Right. Irda, Alcott.
And as Irda volunteers to go first, she makes a kind of a little bit of a rueful expression because she realizes that Solomon's normally the one competing to be the first in line into any room. So,
Me handsome friend.
Solomon is dead. That's the title of the episode.
Rip Solomon.
All right, and so you begin walking in the room, and again, that statue is so tall, it goes right off my cam, which is appropriate. It should. It's 40 feet tall, so it is there, well above the party. And there's Irda and Alcott. So you have now coming behind Shalelu, Eamon, and Cade. And as you all step in the room, Irda, you're up first. What do you do?
I want to use Detect Evil.
Yeah. Smart.
You concentrate. You kind of pull back. There is immense evil all around you, and you definitely feel evil emanating from this statue, but the very walls of this place. You feel evil in the smoke that churns overhead. It's almost takes your breath away, the sense of incredible oppression in this room.
I sort of grab your back and steady you. What is it?
Everything.
Is it the statue? The
Everything
medallion?
in here is evil.
Did you mention was the medallion one thing that she saw was evil?
It was such an overwhelming aura. To distinguish one thing from another was difficult, but there was definitely evil coming off this statue.
What are we supposed to do? I'm not good with these good and evil things.
I take a drink of rum. I'm not feeling brave right now.
No, I mean, normally the instinct is to destroy evil, but it is it's everywhere. It's in everything.
Well, for now, let's do some research. I would like to go up to the base of the statue.
Okay. Alcott moves
Brave man.
slowly toward the base of the statue.
I want to stay with him.
It towers over you, looming up into the shadows. The smoke is beginning to dissipate as it's now kind of cascading out through the opening that you've given. You can see the ceiling is black with it, soot covered. The sneer, this leering, evil, malevolent arrogance just writ large over the creature that looms over you. Right at about eye level, you see a giant blackened foot cracked with fissures.
As Erida gets closer with me, can I make out more of the necklace?
Yeah, so you're right underneath it now. As you look up, it definitely looks like it's the only thing that's not of the same color and consistency as the rest of the statue. It dangles around the neck. It's about this big. It's massive.
Wow.
And it's on a giant leather thong.
All right, I will once again focus, close my eyes, and draw the shape of a circle, and then reach through it and cast Detect Magic in front of me.
All right, as you're doing this, what's everyone else doing?
And I want to scan around the room as I do, but I'm specifically looking at the medallion.
I just want to keep my shield as well held up so that there's enough what can be seen for everybody who needs the extra light to be seen. And I'm going to keep my eyes on the statue and be ready for anything that might happen.
All right, Eamon, Kate?
Oh, I'm looking at that statue because it's ugly and waiting for it to come alive because they normally do.
Shalelu, and beware the thong. Shalelu notches an arrow and just kind of holds it up. Eamon, what are you doing?
I'm going to search the opposite walls carefully. I don't want to get caught by surprise from behind.
All right. Eamon, you start running your hands along the walls, looking in the area. You definitely sense there's a latent magic that covers this entire thing, but it's centered on that medallion that hangs around its neck.
Is there anything I can put in the door so it don't close?
Smart.
We've had too many doors
I
slammed.
love it when people look at Kate and surprisingly say smart.
I'm standing in the door looking for something to put there.
All right. Kate, there's rocks on the ground. You could...
Big ones, so they don't push them out of the way.
Yeah, so, as big as you can lift, there's rubble all over the ground.
I'm one-armed.
Right.
Remember.
Yeah, I do remember, yes.
I kind of need an extra head.
All
What
right.
about dragging a body? Put it in there.
What body did you have in mind?
One of the ogres.
Yeah, one of the ogres.
Okay, they're a good 400 pounds,
Oh,
so you're gonna
yeah.
need help.
You would need help for that.
Quality rum.
She's on the quality run today.
I've always got quality rum. I tell you, I'm just afraid of it. If you roll well, you can knock my stones out of the way.
I don't know who you're talking to.
The deer.
Irda looks back at Kate like, what? Who are you talking to, Kate?
Arr. All right. Can I? Oh, you, Eamon. Oh, you're looking for stuff.
Yep. Everybody's doing something.
I turn and just look back at the wall, shake my head.
Okay, I'll put some stones there.
All right, you start gathering stones and putting them up there. All right, Shalelu just keeps the arrow notched. Back to Irda and Alcott. What are you doing?
At this point, has my detect magic grown enough to where I could tell which is more powerful of the auras? The medallion or the statue?
Definitely a medallion. Like, that was pretty clear to you initially.
And then...
It's like a pale, and you feel a connection between the magical auras. Like the medallion is a central point for whatever is covering the statue.
Like if I were to remove the medallion, the statue might get upset?
I mean, no, you can't like determine what would occur, but there is some connection between the medallion and the statue for sure.
Could I try and determine it like a school of magic such as transmutation?
All right, so make a. This is going to be difficult.
Because I'm thinking if the statue wants to come alive, it's probably going to be transmutation.
Give me a spellcraft check.
Spellcraft, plus 12. 17? Not a great roll.
That's with your bonus?
That is.
Okay. I mean, this is not like a magic you've encountered. You know enough to know this has something to do with the ancient Thessalonians. The magic and the nature of what's being used here is unfamiliar to you.
Were the Thessalonians giants?
No.
They were just old people of varying races?
That's right.
Okay. Well, I feel okay with taking the medallion off. But you're the one who detected all the evil.
Yes,
I say we take it off.
Out of pure curiosity.
Oh, I'm curious. Let's do it, Alcott.
I do most things out of curiosity, but sometimes, the cat and all.
Oh, but sometimes the cat has 9 lives.
I do not. At least not that I've discovered yet.
Is everyone prepared then if I take this off and something happens?
Oh, I can get it off if you don't want to touch the statue.
I don't mind touching. I can fly up to his neck.
Well, that's exactly what I mean. You detected evil. I would think you would rather not touch it.
Well, I touch evil things all the time. It's how I best kill them.
Decent point. All right. I'll leave it up to you.
Well said. That should be on a shirt. I touch evil things all the time. That's how I kill them. I like that.
Alright, so I still have the wings out, and just to be prepared, I'm going to go ahead and start playing my raging song, so if anybody wants those bonuses, just to be prepared. Alright, plus 4 strength, plus 4 constitution, plus 4 will saves.
You hear Irda's flute as she ascends up, her wings lofting her ever so gently. Now she's getting more and more proficient with them. They were new to her. Now she's used them several times. There's an elegance and a grace as she flies up.
Oh, wait a minute.
What, kid?
What about the weapon in his hand?
What about it?
I think we should take it away from him first.
It's crafted of the same stone.
Oh.
It's part of this.
All right.
I thought about that.
I would like to
Great minds think alike.
to fly behind his head to be able to just kind of lift and drop the amulet down.
It's really big.
And I'm strong, I'll catch
Well, because I'm raging right now, I'm pretty strong too.
Irda, you get up. As you get closer, just the viciousness of the visage
I don't like it.
on this creature, the ferocity, but also there's an imperiousness to it. You sense, even without knowing what this was, this creature, this statue, whatever it is, was of something that felt itself to be of some sort of nobility. You see the leather thong, and with your wings buffeting you, you reach down, you grab the leather thong.
I don't know if this is a good thing.
You feel the stone underneath it is cool to the touch. The thong is heavy, but you're strong enough. You lift it up over the head. As you lift it up over the head, there is a flash of silver light in the room, and as this happens, you see the flesh, the stone.
We knew this was gonna happen.
It begins to move, and we're gonna go to break right there. So, We
I'm so
have
dead.
just about an hour left, or a little bit less on Blue Box, so we're a little bit late on our break. Thank you to all of our viewers. Thank you to all our mad chatters. If you haven't given us a follow yet, or if you're following and you haven't given us a sub, again, thanks to Wiley Hobbit for the raid. We almost never get raids. Our time slot's not good for raids on Sunday afternoon, so even getting a raid of 5 from Wiley was great. Thank you so much, Wiley. But if you're watching and you haven't followed, or if you followed and you haven't subbed, we have one question for you here at Blue Box. What are you doing? Give us a follow, give us a sub. After the break, we're going to do our first giveaway. We'll probably have a second giveaway today, depending on the viewership. And we're going to do this flask. This is metal. This is the Amako's Revenge Captain Cade Cardinal flask.
me ship.
It will be autographed by Cade Cardinal and sent directly to you. So you type !flask to be in that giveaway, and then we'll talk about whether or not we're going to have a second giveaway when we get back. And also, I got another quick announcement I need to make after the break. I forgot to do earlier. Something very nice that's being done for one of our viewers by another one of our viewers. And so join us after the break. Blue Box will be right back, and we'll keep the mics hot on the break.
And so I'm behind him.
Yes, and something I did just think about that I would have definitely noticed. I definitely already have a necklace that does the exact same thing. The one that you just gave me. So I could give it to one of the other people.
Funny.
If we want to retcon that, I would have definitely
That's fine.
said
That's
that.
fine. Yeah.
I just was not. I didn't have my magic items. I have the periactive wound closure, which is literally the same thing, but a little bit better.
That's that thing.
My guess because Cade was giving it to you, correct?
Yes.
My
And you
guess is
have-
it would have been given to
You
Irda,
have
just
Irda.
you
out
have
of
the orcs thing that brings you back, right? When you fold a
no.
zero.
If
Relentless endurance.
I can stay awake for one more round.
Okay.
Basically,
So
and
it's
then I'll
slightly
fall
different.
unconscious. Yeah.
Okay.
So to be clear, Cade's picture only shows one arm. However, the statue of Cade shows 2 arms. And what you're looking at there,
Because I had 2 arms, I'm not taking it off.
that black and white picture that you're seeing. Whoops,
That statue was made
Whoops,
while
not that one either. Sorry,
What?
That statue was made while we were still all intact.
That's right. That black and white statue
Yeah.
or picture was the statue
It's in
that is of the
Sandpoint.
heroes of Sandpoint.
That's right.
And when that stone was hewn, Cade still had 2
I
arms.
still had an arm.
Because the arm was lost on our way to Turtleback Ferry, as we were coming from Amako's Revenge.
And we are
That's right.
now equally not heroes of Sandpoint.
We're half
We're
and half.
half and half.
We might have to rename
I'm
ourselves.
so glad we made a statue to remember the real heroes of Seth.
Including the betrayer?
Except the betrayer's head's getting taken off that statue.
I'll have got pigeon poop on his head.
Blast it. If you drink enough rum, you'll see 2 arms as well. It's true.
I'm trying to think. That may very well be my first killing blow in any campaign.
Really?
I think it is. I don't
Oh.
think I've killed anything. I've done damage.
You've killed
but
something as Brual.
has he?
Yeah, he has.
Because he rolls horribly.
But I mean, you've killed something as Brual before. I mean, it wasn't like a mighty
I stepped
blow.
on an ant.
But you definitely killed something before.
I can't remember what it was. It's been how long since we
It's
had
been
that
since we were still in quarantine because our
Right.
last one was. No.
No, we came
we
back.
Had
We had
one live
one live, and then since then,
Yeah. But it's been a while.
yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, Brual actually finished off the Beholder when we were in the cave with the dragon and the Beholder. Because you hit it with the mace, and then I scooped up the orb as Ant tried to pick it up and dropped it. But I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
sure that it was, if I am remembering correctly, and I'm usually remembering correctly,
Long time ago too.
that it was Brual that finished off the Beholder, because I remember the blow with your mace.
Okay.
With your hammer.
Okay. Well, so second. All right.
Okay. See,
He can contribute.
something.
I just feel like I always roll horribly.
But like
all
right
the
now,
time.
like against Encalagon, I think I'm the only one that's done any damage against Encalagon.
Yep.
But like I don't even know how much effect it's actually having because there's that thing in its head that Azimir had was climbing up to.
He hit it.
Yeah. And it knocked him back.
Launched him.
But then he went to climb up it.
And Edelus was already up there.
Yeah, and Alyssa climbed up too. So we'll have to see where that goes. But I still have 17 more rounds of my not daylight.
Channel or
What is that spell called?
not channel.
Sunbeam.
Ah.
My Sunbeam. No, 14 more rounds. I actually made a tracker for it because I knew I would not remember that long how many rounds I had left. So I have 14 more rounds on my Sunbeam that I'm firing right into his face. Because undead.
Yeah.
How? Did Brual smite him? Did you smite him? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Even though he's
So.
he hasn't hit him though. Like I think I've rolled horribly.
Yeah, I
like,
remember
each time.
I mean, like, thankfully nothing was a fumble. You just missed him a bunch of times, and you were laying hands on folks who needed it. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I actually used Aura of Justice
Yes, you
for the
did.
first time. So,
You did.
because I think that was just recently acquired after we leveled
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
So,
Because I used my prayer beads for the increased spell level. So all of the things I'm casting are at, I think, 17th level, if I remember correctly.
step upstairs.
Something like that ridiculousness. I don't remember. I just remember rolling lots and lots of d6s over and over and over again. Steve kept having to help me do the math because there were just so many. It's like
Dice.
Yeah, in our Lord of the Rings campaign, we're all level 13. But I have a set of prayer beads that one of the beads allows me to cast my spells at 4 levels higher.
Jeez.
So we are fighting an undead version of Ancalagon the Black from Lord of the Rings, a massive dragon. And because I'm the cleric in that, I'm like, okay, giant Draco Lich, okay, let's blast him with Sunbeam at level 17. So I've literally had to roll, let's see, how many dice is Sunbeam at level 17? Yeah, so it's 17d6.
Wow.
Every round that I blast it, and I have 14 more rounds of that. So.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And but his AC is so high that I'm the only one that's hit it so far.
Oh wow. Yeah, dragon. I mean.
Well, and undead dragon too. There's not flesh to hit.
Yeah, not a lot to work with there.
Massive undead dragon. Yeah, the black mini, quote unquote, over there. That's
mini.
Ancalagon.
Yeah, I love the quotes around that.
Alright, I've got the air cranked up now. It wasn't up high enough. So
Gotcha.
it's funny. It's the opposite problem.
How many advantages do we have? I currently have 10.
I have
Alcott
5.
has 5, and I don't know about the other 2, and they're currently not down here. So as soon as they come back, we can let you know, Pat.
All right, DM is back, and we're going to be live here in a second. Congrats to all of our. Let me read this out here while we're waiting, coming off the break. We have the shirt and the mug going out to Canadian Ancient Gamer.
Yep.
Because Canadian, you won the shirt, but we're giving you the mug as well because you've been our #1 donor, given the most bits and cheers and subs on the channel. So we're also sending you a mug as a thank you. Then we have
many
The
advantages
Cade
do you
flask, I already mentioned, going out to Roger. We have a hat, which Hager the Horrible won the hat a long time ago, and something happened in shipping, so we got another one, and we're sending it to him. Bill Satcherscorn has a hoodie that's coming out to him, and then Lord Forth, who's on today, he's got a dice tray. All that is shipping out here in the next couple of days, so we're getting caught up on a bit of a backlog. Thank you for your patience,
Pat,
all.
Eamon has 17 advantages. How many do you have, Cade?
19.
Cade has 19 advantages, so
Alright, keep them coming.
that's all the advantage. Oh, and DM, how many do you have? Pat was asking.
Oh, DM is sitting with 7 advantages right
Okay.
now.
DM has enough.
No, you can never have enough. DM could use more.
So yeah, so 19 for Cade, 17
He's
for
going for a
Eamon,
TPK.
5 for Alcott, 10 for Irda, and 7 for the DM. No, we do not have a store. We do not have a merch store. I know you guys want to purchase merch.
Okay, so look, actually that's a good, I'm going to bring that up right now. It was a topic for this week. Merch store. So my original thing was I didn't want to do that because my goal here is not to make money from the viewers. I do love the chat, the cheers, the subs, because it helps us. We use it to apply to, I mean, as you probably can see, we have spent way more on this. I could probably take me 2 years to recover what I spent on stuff here.
Thanks,
But
Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
I wanted the best way to get your merch to be watching and participating on the chat and being part of the stream. However, we're getting bigger and bigger. We're averaging a good 40, 50, 60, sometimes 70, sometimes 80. We've hit 100 on our viewers, and it makes it really hard for you to win when you have that many people. So they can earn it
Pat
by
draws 3 more as well.
3.
3.
advantage to Alcott for
So I guess
Cage
you have
and
9.
3 more for
That's him at
Alcott. There's
9.
some Alcott love coming here. Thank you for the support. So anyway, my point is, and I'd like to hear.
Sub, Proto.
Proto, good to see you back, my friend.
Thanks for the sub.
888, yes, I know it's about time for you to win again. It's been a while. So it came up this week. A lot of people are asking us to have a merch store. And we could, if we wanted to launch something with like shirts, hoodies, mugs, we could still save special things for, you know, like the flasks, and or like the dice from Cozy Gamer, or the dice trays from DCG. So I don't know, like what do you guys think, and what do the players or the viewers think? Should we open a merch store?
I think we should open.
And I'm gonna let the all right. So I'm gonna let the viewers can really decide here, because I don't ever want to be somebody that's like, oh, give me money. Like that's not what I'm about here. I'm about having fun.
Hats.
And hey, thank you for the sub, T. Roberts. Hats, okay.
I would like to find a different.
Yes, I knew, honey. Like so,
I was gifted a sub.
Yeah.
I was waiting to do my sub from Amazon Prime, but hey.
Congrats on the gift sub, Robert. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, Mousetrap. You want that
Exactly.
Bluebird Shield shirt? The merch does have an awesome look.
Oh yeah.
I have to.
It's not about the Benjamins.
I would like to make a business argument. Well, I would like us
Okay,
to have
all
a
right,
merch
let me hear
store.
it.
As your partner in Blue Box, I want to get us a merch store so we can start monetarily promoting our streams by putting some money behind all of our social media promotion. I want to be able to do that, and I think having a merch store would assist with us being able to do that.
Okay. You know, I actually used promotion this week for the first time on Instagram. I promoted 2 videos or pictures, and yeah, it definitely helped. We got a lot more coverage. So you think that's something we should do more?
So Kate does all the printing.
So what do you think, Kate?
I don't know. Give me some more advantages and we'll see.
Oh!
All right. See, Kate's already
I know,
merchandising.
merching the merch. No, that's not nice. Okay. So in the spirit of honoring I want to give away stuff here right now instead of but let us know. I'm seeing a lot of support. Yes, the mugs are so cool. The shirts. I love this shirt. This cool 3/4
That one's really
with
cool.
the
I
silver
like that one.
on it. I think this is neat. Easier to show support.
I want to get me a hoodie because it's getting cold now.
I know,
have a hoodie.
hoodies. The hoodies are so nice.
I don't have a hoodie. I want a hoodie.
Hey, Camelise. Okay, so we're gonna do our giveaway.
Hold on. Let me see what I got.
Best day ever.
Are you medium?
Yeah, medium.
Type ! Flask if you're not in yet, and we're gonna do that right now.
Yes. Best day ever. whatever. Thank you.
I'm showing you
Keep
what
you
to
warm.
type.
Oh yes, I'm gonna wear this
It's
all
been
the time
getting
now.
real cold around here recently.
Cade can be
I actually
swayed.
had to wear.
Noted.
I actually had to wear my jacket today.
All right, so this flask is being given away right now. So type / flask if you're not in there yet, and a blue box shower curtain.
Genius.
All right, here we go. So we're not going to do the roll off just for sake of time. We'll do that at the end. Yes.
What, Kate?
Well, here's a proposition for the DM. No, I don't like, per se, the style of hat we got through my one printer. So, if I could get a hat press, we can make our own.
Something right here. A hat press.
Yes, you know.
No, I don't know.
Anybody on there know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Okay, we're losing steam on our actual gameplay here, so I want to get this going. Here's the giveaway. It'll be a one-shot. If your name comes up, you are the winner. And the winner of the second ever Captain Cade Cardinal autograph.
Oh, we're not doing a
Mako's
roll-off?
Revenge.
Not for this one.
No, just the one at the end, because it takes too long in the middle of the stream. We're going to do a shirt also today, so hang on with us. But this Mako's Revenge flask is won by, drum roll please, and the winner is Tim!
See what happens when you give to me an advantage. You win me flask.
That is funny. The first time he's ever given something to Cade, the maker of the ever mysterious crypt tables.
Dear.
And we're going to be launching
Has
these and
given
pushing
a
them.
big link for a hat
Oh,
press.
it's a hat press. Okay.
I was like, did we just get spammed? Holy cow.
No. All right, so Tim, congrats. We got a signed Captain Cade Cardinal, a Mako's Revenge flask coming to you. All right, our last giveaway, which will be happening in about 40 minutes or so. We're not going to go too late tonight. I'm going to get that ready. It's going to be a blue box t-shirt, similar to what she's wearing there with the
But
hoodie.
not sparkly. Mine's
Yeah.
special for me.
Yeah. Well, if you really want sparkly, maybe you can make that happen. But generally, we've got the white on black or the white on blue
Or silver.
or silver. Yep, silver
I do
on
silver. Depends on me mood.
blue. All right, and so for that one, you're going
Kate
to
can be
type.
bribed with ramen advantages.
So for that one, you're going to type ! giveaway, and that'll be coming in a bit. All right. So before we jump back into it, I want to say again, thank you to everybody for being with us today, and of course,
Dazzled.
it's a day. No, don't be dazzled. No,
That'd be great.
it's a day in which we're celebrating D&D. We're also mourning Leonard Lakofka, an absolute pioneer of D&D. Part of the original playtesting for Dave Arneson and Gary Gygax, and we're going to talk about him a little bit tonight on Jay's stream. I will be streaming with Jay, Lord Gasumba, at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern Time tonight. We'll be talking about D&D editions, but there's also some fun stuff that we're going to be talking about, and also some special things. So just pray, and all of Leonard's family and friends. He has been such a contributor to the D&D world. We just want to really recognize that, and we're thankful to all of you being with us today, honoring old school D&D artist Krista Tuck. All right, thank you so much.
And Matt
For the phone?
Oh, did I miss it? Oh, we got a follower. Thank
yeah.
you, Maclamia. And if you've not followed us yet, please give us a follow. If you're a follower, give us a sub, and let's get right back into what just happened.
Oh no, it's not good, folks.
And
It's not good.
I'm behind.
It'll be really simple. It's no big deal.
Oh, I like
He's
it.
probably just going to give us a big hug.
Next Sunday night.
Yes.
It's no big deal.
One nice warm hug from this giant.
I love always being yes. I know the official tribute is next Sunday night, Jay, and we'll talk about that as well. But I know there will be some words spoken tonight. How could there not be? So yes, yeah. But watch that. We'll have an official Leonard Lakofka tribute next Sunday night. But there will be words spoken about him tonight, of course, on Jay's stream. So be ready for that. All right. I love surprising my players.
Thanks,
Do
Pat.
Thank you, Pat.
Yeah.
Let me kill the relaxing Adrian von Ziegler music and get to the more appropriate music. Irda, you lift the amulet.
And I'm behind him.
Lift
it over his head.
But I'm just
off
saying-
of his neck. I know. You lift it off his neck. You suddenly see these heavy shoulders, massive thews, sneering face begin to move as they crumble. As you pull off the amulet, the entire statue crumbles to dust.
You absolute jerk.
Wait, we don't have to fight this thing?
That's what I was hoping would happen.
Wait for it. Wait for
Oh
it.
yeah.
And then the dust.
Give it a minute. Give it a minute.
It crumbles to dust.
Oh, that's never happened. What's going on around here?
It is clear to the more intelligent among you, sorry, Kate, that whatever was in this Sahedron rune was preserving this creature, which was not a statue. It was somehow preserved by the power of this rune, and now it collapses.
Oh, I feel much more powerful with me necklace.
Blackened bits of charcoal and dust on the ground.
Gotcha.
I just go, well, that was interesting.
That's good.
Well, we lucked out, that's for sure.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stop my raging song for now. Thankfully, don't get the exhaustion.
I don't quite know what to do with myself. We're usually bringing stone things alive and then killing them again.
I mean, it's
But something else must be coming.
okay. So the
was that you looked up there? That's
can
You
I
hear
make
something
could I make out
echoing down
I was gonna say.
this
Can I-
corridor.
can I-
Oh, I knew it was too easy.
can I make out what was said with my plus 18 perception?
Oh, and I have a lot of languages.
It's not in a matter of perception or language. It is. You're welcome, Tim. It is a. It's a matter of the echo and a clearly slurred speech. Something came down here, hearing the sound of what happened, but you don't know what it was.
Is there like a hallway there, or is it?
Yeah, so like you see like a corridor.
Okay. Okay.
I look at you and I'm like, are we hiding? What are we doing?
I heard something down this corridor here.
Indeed.
So
Are we going to say hello, or are we sitting here?
I think perhaps we take position and be ready for whatever's coming.
I think we check around for stuff. Leave.
I don't know why it does that. So weird.
We got
Thank
it.
you
Thank
again.
you all.
Our viewers are awesome. Let us know. Thank you. I don't know why it does that. All right. It's gotta. I'm thinking it's got to be something I'm doing on this stream because it doesn't happen on Tuesday nights.
No.
It's mainly this stream.
Yep.
So it might have to do with the
Maybe all
the
of us.
mics.
Yeah. Because you don't have
Situation.
anybody else in here.
Yeah, but it's this XR18. Anyway, I'll figure it out later. So, you're here. Alcott moves to the corner. Eamon?
I mean, I was checking the wall back there, so I'll stay over there with him.
Shalelu watches Irda and she moves behind her. Kate?
I'm going with Alcott. I'm keeping him safe.
I say, no need to keep me safe, and I cast Major Image as I kind of dust a little bit of sand out, and I create an image of a rock wall in front of us.
Alcott, you're a very cool fella.
All right, you suddenly see there is an illusion of rock
How far does that extend?
in front of you. It sort of appears from nowhere.
If you poke it with your hand, you can see through it, but for now, they might not be able to see you. Stay quiet. And it is... how big? 40 feet by 40 feet.
Yeah, so
I can make it that big.
Yeah,
I'm not
you can make it.
choosing
You'll
to.
just like you make.
I'm just gonna basically like continue that curve around.
And I'm in this corner, just elevated, but
Yes.
it would go all the way to the ceiling then.
Yeah, I would match as much of the train to make it look as natural as
You're
possible.
always elevated. All right, so. All right, so you got enough to so it covers.
Sorry, song.
Oh.
She's so high above me.
All right, so type exclamation point giveaway for the shirt, which will be given out shortly. You see now this illusory wall. You know it's illusory because you watch it just pull up behind the incantations of Alcott. And then everything sort of goes quiet in the room.
Too quiet.
The smoke still moves. Oh, whoa! Pat draws! He wants the hat press. He just gave $75 toward the hat press.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh. Okay, so look, then it's going to happen. I can't have any of my viewers do something like that and not support it. So wow, that just shocked me.
Yes.
So better and more hats. Hagar, I'll give you a second hat when we get that one. All right, so
I have to get my winged mini painted. I'm not hovering, I'm flying.
as you hide behind the wall, there is still the blackened soot, the roiling smoke, but it begins to dissipate a little bit. Irda's shield still
It still glows.
lights.
You said the smoke was dissipating?
Well, it is because there's an opening
Yeah.
here.
So it's flowing out
what was
more.
collecting is now got a
Okay.
release. As she does this, and now you're hiding behind this illusory rock.
I have the little black wand ready.
Does my daylight shine through the wall?
You don't know.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, you can't see what's on the other side of that wall.
No.
Are you hiding in that wall with us?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was,
everybody-
I was
well,
tucked back in
actually-
the corner because I said I wanted to go above.
I want to
But
make
you
it
were
look as
high.
natural as possible, so she has a space above us to fit in.
Because
Yeah.
I
I'll
said I
like
wanted to
slope
go.
it up.
40 feet high.
Yeah.
Because I was up higher.
Yeah, so you're up above it. So you're actually looking over.
It's
it.
I
actually
thought the
because it's
ceilings
third
were
level.
only
It's
30 feet.
No, and here
Oh.
they were 50 feet because
Gotcha.
that statue would have.
Right.
I can make it
40 feet.
70 by 70 feet because it's
Right.
a third level spell actually.
Right. So do you do that? Because you say you want to make it look natural.
As natural as
obviously.
possible.
So
going
there's
as
nothing
high up
else
to
that's-
connect as I can.
So you want to
makes
basically
sense.
build a wall that goes all the way up.
That would look like it makes sense. Yes. Like if it kind of
Stalagmite.
angles up
Okay.
into it. I don't know
Okay.
what that looks like in your head, but if she has space for it, then she does. If not,
Well, there's
then-
definitely space.
Then she's gotta drop.
Whether it looks natural,
I would lower if he, told me what he was doing.
but he didn't. He just did it.
And I look over at the light on your shoulder. I'm like, cut that light out.
can't. It just lasts until it doesn't last.
I'll throw I'll hide it under my cloak if I can.
I mean, I could do that too. I have the Cloak of Elvenkind. I can just pull it
You
over.
kind of pull your cloak over. All right, so it sort of darkens again, and the room goes still. You hear the bubbling. Nothing comes to mind other than a cauldron, but it's distant, and there is no sound of movement coming into the room. But you hear some distant voices. It's
I can maintain this as long as we like. Does someone want to go check that out?
No.
I don't particularly either. Anybody feeling like checking that out?
I would be willing to, but
Loud.
well, I have the cloak, which will help a little bit, but I don't know. I don't want to carry my shield in there necessarily.
I need to stay within range of this to maintain the illusion, so I'm keeping a safe space for us, but someone else needs to go.
Shalelu sighs. I can look ahead if you wish.
And Cade, I know you're not particularly vocally quiet, but on your feet, do you think you could go with?
You see this little goblin with wings that stands on his shoulder.
No,
He's back with the mouse.
He's back.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
not
right.
back
Yep,
with
sorry.
him.
Yep, my bad.
We have no day.
I have no parlay, and I got no ray.
I can help someone vanish, but it won't last very long.
How long would it last?
About 7 minutes.
Sounds good enough for me.
Well,
Maybe enough time to go
Ooh,
and come back, but only one.
Assembly of
if I can
Only
keep my shield covered with the cloak, I can fly.
Or you could leave it here. I know that's not ideal. I'm good at carrying shields.
It's pretty heavy.
Trust me, I know.
All right, I do not mind doing that. Eamon, would you mind holding my shield for me?
Of course.
And so I fly down towards you and hand you my shield. And at least that way, while you all are in here without me, you can see something.
All right, Irda flies down. As she lofts on the ground, she folds her wings. They sort of disappear behind her back.
Okay. So I'm going to take my shield and I'm going to hand it to, hold on 1 second, to Eamon to hold. I will be back for that.
Then you shall have it.
Okay, so I took the shield off now. All right, what do I need to do?
I'll just lay my hand on you and say a few words.
All right, let's do it.
I'll put my hand on her shoulder and say, what is seen, be unseen. And you vanish.
All right.
Suddenly, you watch this as he puts his hand on her shoulder. Irda disappears from sight.
And as soon as it takes effect, I look down to see if I can see myself, like with the potion that I drank.
It's identical to that.
Okay, so I can't see anything. Okay, so as soon as that I realize I can't see myself, I'm going to immediately start flying down the hallway.
All right, so the black die represents your invisibility. All right, so we're going to go to pure theater of mind here for this next part, which I had thought about today. And I like doing this sometimes. Of course, we're heavy on mini play and combat, especially combat. I think very few combats occur without minis. But I also like the ability to stay imaginative and theater of mind. So we're going to go to that now. As you loft as quietly as you can down the hall, invisible, but you still feel that your wings, you can hear, they make a sound.
As I start getting a little ways and I realize it's fairly audible, I'm going to just land and fold my wings behind myself.
Okay, all right.
Well,
Sigh
it's
a
just
little bit.
because,
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
that's fair. Yeah, no,
she
that's
would
fair. Yeah.
wouldn't realize
Yeah,
it
yeah.
until she got kind of separated more.
Yeah. Your wings are not small. They're
Yeah.
they
Oh, I
hold
know.
up those are big wings.
Their wings. I'll have them in it. You'll be able to tell soon. But yeah, so I'm just going to go as quietly down the hallway as possible now that I've landed with my wings tucked behind my back. Keeping my eyes peeled for any sign of light or movement and listening out for the voices, trying to follow the direction that seems to be coming from.
As you loft down upon the ground and begin creeping forward quietly, you see the cavern walls get a little bit shorter here, perhaps 25 feet, more like what you saw in the opening room. The cavern walls drip with water on the sides, and there is the blackened roof and sides where the smoke has clearly just been carrying out through this tunnel. As you get closer and closer, you hear there is that chatter, those voices I referenced earlier. They are, there's more than one of them, and they're muttering in broken common and ogreish tongue. You hear one. You can barely make out the broken common tongue. I think someone's coming. Oh, she'll be a good one. He'll be a good one to boil. We could add it to the pot. Oh yes, Lamatar needs a friend.
All right. Without, do I see an opening anywhere? Like, is there a...
There's light up ahead, yes. So you see a warm light. The smell of smoke is now mingled with that there's like you can see steam and smoke, and you can smell something fresh and boiling.
Okay, I heard 2 female voices and a male voice, correct?
No, you heard 3 female
3
voices.
female voices. Okay. And Irda thinks a moment. She realizes this is probably the sisters that the man who had died back at the fort had told us about. So, without going any further down the hallway, she's going to step backwards a couple of steps and then turn and walk as quickly and quietly back as possible before the spell ends.
All right. After several moments, you guys can hear the mumbling down the hallways, but it's not as loud as anything you heard before. So you can't discern what was being said in the same way that Irda could. But you do hear muted footsteps, and you see Irda come around the corner as the spell dissipates.
Well, you barely made it back in time.
What I found was I did not go all the way to the end of the hallway because I was afraid of being seen. But I heard 3 voices, women.
Oh, of course.
And they were talking about Lamatar. I heard that. And
We've heard that before.
it's talking about he would be a good addition, she would be a good addition, and it sounded like eating. But
Well, we don't want to be stewed.
no. But
Not traditionally.
these women, I think, from what the man that came to the fort, do you remember the one who had his arm ripped off?
Oh.
Remember he spoke of sisters and the people eating the other black arrows that had traveled with him. I think these may be the women he was speaking of. That were casting the spells. I think they are the source of the rains, from what the soldier had told us. So, if we want to stop the floods, we have to stop them.
That seems powerful. How do we do that?
You can speak up a little bit louder.
Oh, I'm whispering.
Yeah. Kind of understood that we're whispering.
How are we going to do that?
Kill them.
Duh. But how? They seem powerful.
Well, we take our sharp things and stick them in them until they are dead.
But I don't have magic.
And I'm missing every sharp thing in the book. As you see a massive sword on my back. I'm a little tapped out for the day, if I'm being honest.
Could we sleep in your hut for the night?
We could go back out of the cave. We know our way back in, and we know that no one's guarding it, but maybe they do too.
How long has it been since we last rested?
I was trying to remember the last session. I didn't look at this. I think I told you traveled about 4 hours.
To the cave?
Yeah, to the cave after the rest in the hut. So it's probably been a good 5 now. It's not been too terribly long.
Not been long enough for us to rest again.
Of course not.
I can make it work. I recently got this wand.
What does it do?
Well, if you give me an hour, I can figure out exactly what it does.
Do we have an hour?
We could spend that hour.
Can you see this sword also?
Fortunately, one at a time.
Oh,
I know, we're all very eager.
I
Find out what your
not
thing
to
does.
be appraised, but I also have a wand of silent image. Would it be
Get to that
useful
at
for
one
you?
point. Ooh. So
Would that be useful to you? Because I could give it to you to use. This
figure
other
out
one
the
I'm
way.
going to keep for myself. This wand of knock has been very helpful, but
Am I allowed to duel wands? Just sort of quick draw wands like daggers?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Fair question, though.
Do we want to spend a little bit of time so I can figure out how this wand works?
Yes. We need it.
this, I mean, if you
I whisper the yes.
If we think you think we
The
are
moment I finish figuring out about this wand, the rocks in front of us disappear.
should we leave the cave then while you do?
Or at least the other antechamber.
Okay, let's pull back a little bit at least.
I will be
don't cross the
entirely focused for an hour.
Yeah, okay, so
we'll need guard.
let us. I think I would prefer to go back outside in that case, just because when that wall moves, they are very well
Agreed.
likely heard something.
Oh, they certainly know we're here.
Yes. So let us go back that way. And Irda points back towards the.
I tiptoe.
And did you leave a rock in the way?
Yes.
So the door can't
Yes.
close. Okay, good.
Well then, Shalala says, should we take Solomon's body and bury it as well?
Yes.
I would like to do proper burial rites for him.
But not here.
Not inside the cave.
No, I want to take him back to Fort Rennick.
Kate, I don't think we're going to be able to get him all the way back to Fort Rennick. That is a long journey. Kate, you have one arm.
And you're very high up a
And
mountain.
would at least.
By the way, we are not against those with disabilities here. So when she says Kate has one arm, that's a literal sort of
I only
you
have
can't
one
carry
arm.
body. Yeah, she only has one arm. Yeah.
Only so much I can do. I can't wield a sword and carry.
And as you remember, I was stronger than Solomon, so
Oh, well, why don't you tout your little horn while we're out here disgracing the dead?
Kate, we need to probably give him his burial rites here. I know it is not ideal, but there
He needs to be buried in the middle of Fort Rennick. That was his place.
we are not going to be able to get him down this mountain.
We don't have a sled.
You could always
We don't
come
have
back
a
later.
sled.
See, he's on my side.
I never
Just
was
an idea.
against you, Kate. I am just trying to think practically here.
I'm in agreement with her.
Let's just bury him in the snow. Preserve his body.
Something will probably come along
We can't
and
dig in
give
the ground
him a
anyway,
not
it's hard.
so ceremonious.
I say,
take the ground.
bury him in the snow. He'll be cold. We can't even dig in the ground anyway.
I can.
Oh, you're that strong.
Yes, I am in fact that strong.
You're fighting me.
I don't wish to be contrary or
This is my will.
While they're arguing, I'm going to walk out the cave and start casting.
All right, Alcott walks out of the cave. Bit of a shake of the head.
Once I get about here, the rock wall around you guys just
Welcome
disappears.
to our group.
I'm walking.
I'll follow. yes.
And I'm going to lift Kate, or not Kate, I can't, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pick up Solomon.
All right, so as soon as Alcott walks off, as he said, the stone veneer just vanishes here. You move out.
I'm going to pick up Solomon.
Shalelu follows. I assume Eamon and Cade are all following, correct?
Yes.
All right. And forgive me, viewers, I'm probably cutting off the camera with my arm. I'll have to diminish the size of those biceps. And so you get to it's a joke. You get to his body, and you see that Irda picks Solomon up, even in his armor, with relative ease. You hear the crinkle of his armor
No, that's too loud.
as it slumps over her body. Thunk. It clatters. She can't help it. No matter what she does, it's going to make a
Couldn't do a
sound.
drag in?
But, well,
It's going to sound like a
drag
bunch
would
of
be
jingle
worse.
bells.
shall I make the sound of plate mail dragging against stone? You think that would be quieter?
Have you ever tied cans to a bumper of a car? Because that's about what it would sound
Okay, that's our second anachronism of the day. That's our limit. No more. I did the first one,
What
so I'm not mad at her.
car? What's a car? I ain't no shit.
All right, move on. All right, so in moments, you're all outside. As you get outside, you see that just a few yards away, there is that same identical looking hut that you saw last time that has been erected. There's a log cabin.
Oh wait, I'm not casting the hut.
No,
Oh, what were you
he's not
casting? I'm
casting.
sorry.
I'm starting identify on the ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
identify
Huts-
on the ground.
Huts for later.
Or I'm just sitting on the ground with the wand.
Oh, okay. Because you're okay. Gotcha.
I
Sitting
like
down.
find a spot where the wind isn't getting me too bad and start focusing on the wand
Here's the deal.
while they work out their burial rites.
My will is that we take Solomon back. If you want to bury him here, you unbury him and take him back. But he
Shalelu
will be
says-
buried in the middle of Fort Reddick.
Kate, why do you keep speaking of your will? What is this that you mean?
He's... I will.
Kate,
It's what I want done. That's his will. Shalelu, be quiet.
Kate, are you thinking of what you want, or are you thinking of what Solomon would want?
Solomon would want to be buried in the middle of
He
Fort
told you
Reddick.
this.
You don't think so? Well, guess what then? You weren't very close to him, were
Sense
ya?
motive.
All right. I'm going to roll that for you. Remind me of your
Plus
sense motive.
12.
please.
Sense
Plus 12.
motive. Well,
I want to know
that is a
if
bunch
Kate is
of
making it up,
holly-goose
basically, or...
You
blustering barnacles. What's happening around here?
So as you step outside, it's getting to late afternoon, so it's not as dark as it was inside where all the smoke was still pouring out, but it is getting to be late afternoon. There is a chill wind that blows over the frosty slopes of Hook Mountain. You look at Cade as you sense motive. You're unclear. It feels like there is a sincerity what Cade's saying, but there's also something confused or uncertain or hidden. Like just you don't.
Does it feel to me like he's speaking out of grief rather than necessarily what Solomon would want?
Solomon would want this.
That's okay. So that's a good question. You're not sure.
Okay.
Solomon loved Fort Rennick. He wanted to build a statue there. We must honor him.
Kate,
Arr!
you're not...
Wow, I've never heard the R used that way. R.
Barking at this one.
I know exactly.
Kate, I know Solomon was her friend. He was my friend as well, and he was my friend first. I am thinking of him in this moment. We do not just cover him in snow, he will be eaten.
Then bury him and unbury him.
But my greatest concern right now
I
is
get what
for
your greatest
him.
concern is, but what I know Solomon would want, and this is honoring the dead. Are you dishonoring the dead? You are, by burying him here. So we'll bury him here, and then we'll unbury him, take it back to Fort Rennick. That is what Solomon would want.
You would think I would ever dishonor the dead, Kate.
Okay, wrong wording, but... But, listen to me, ma'am. Listen. Do you want to honor the dead?
Of course I do, Cade.
Then Solomon loved Fort Rennick. Do you know how much he loved Fort Rennick?
I know he
wanted to build those people around him. He wanted a statue. I'm gonna build that statue for him.
build him the
No,
statue.
his body will be there. We're not gonna leave him willy-nilly up in this mountain of, for God's sake, and wilderness. He will be buried in Fort Rennick. Will be
See,
buried.
Shalelu, she kind of steps back. Like, she's not really seen this level of vitriol from Cade before. She's a bit surprised and hesitant, and she steps back. Solomon's body still, even after all this time, red blooms out from his skull into the snow. Alcott looks a bit uncertain as to what manner of folks he's gotten himself engaged with as he continues to cast his spell for identification.
You can bury him here, but he must be unburied and taken back.
Because you say so, Kate, you are not my captain. You are just a member of this party.
I know
equal to the rest
you!
of
Why
us.
do you think? Because you're so strong and you beat him in an arm wrestling match. Oh, look at me, I'm a big strong woman.
You would be frozen right now if it were not for me, Kate. Remember that.
Well, I'm freezing now, so
No, you're not. You have my magic protecting
do you need some rum?
Hashtag when the player group gets super awkward. Like these guys are just like heads down, not making eye contact with anybody.
Actually, Eamon will walk back towards the mouth of the cave just to make sure he doesn't hear anything coming.
I am just
As they get
utterly
louder.
shocked at you that you don't think Solomon would. If you consider yourself his friend, you would know. We talked about Fort Rennick.
That's amen right there.
While you were fighting your own little fights, we were gambling and throwing dice and talking about Fort Rennick. So I know a little bit more about Solomon than you think you do.
Alcott praying in the snow, Shalelu backing up, and Solomon soaking his blood into the snow.
Just my.
I think you might need a nap. She casts sleep on him.
Oh! Wow!
the DC?
15 will.
15, and do you want to use advantage?
I want to use advantage
All
to
right,
bring
so
it up
do you
to
want to use
17.
advantage as well?
Hold on, I have something. Is this a will save?
Yes.
Okay.
17.
I have something for this.
So we're going to use actually so you create a disadvantage for him on
Okay.
the roll. But if he wants to use an advantage.
I have an
all right.
advantage.
All right, so both of you erase the
Hold on,
advantage.
and I have a butterscotch. Wait, which one is that? Is that butterscotch? She's not going to tell me, is she?
What? I'm
No.
not high. I'm not as high level as Kate is.
Butt to scratch.
But I have a thing for will save. I
Okay,
can
let me
roll
see it.
sixes.
Hang on here, hang on.
Lots of sixes.
Oh, that's your
When an opponent confirms a
that's your
critical
charmed
hit.
life.
No, that's
That's your charmed
Charmed life.
Yeah, okay. See, she still helps you.
Thank you. Oh, see, now she helps me.
Player's fine. Character's not so fine.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So you
Great roleplay.
Yeah,
But we're still friends.
As a media action, you can add your charisma modifier
But we're friends.
to the result of a
You
saving
need to
throw.
go to
So what's your
sleep.
charisma modifier?
3.
All right. So the DC is 17?
17.
17. So you need a 14 or higher on the die.
Oh, we're gonna.
Wait, but what's your will save? What's your base will save?
+2.
No, your base
my-
will save
Hers is
is
plus 2.
2.
3.
Oh, you're 3 now.
3.
You have
All right. So 17 goes to 13 goes to goes to 14 goes to 11. So you need an 11 or higher on the die.
Okay.
You all see this like Alcott. Even as you're casting Identify and concentrating, you feel this arcane power coming from Irda toward a party member. It kind of like doesn't break your concentration like you lose the spell, but it surprises you as you feel this.
Honestly,
Yes,
I kind of saw it
Phantom.
coming. As I was sitting there, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know she could do that, but I would have.
And
All right, I'm gonna use an
here
advantage.
we go. The same. No. You have no advantage
no.
because she used advantage.
canceled out your
so your
advantage.
advantages cancel
You
each
have
other
a
out.
straight
One
roll.
dice.
No, which dice?
So it's one die, and you need
A
11
straight
or
roll.
higher. You're
Give
going
it
to use
50-50 shot.
the cozy gamer.
No, these are not cozy gamer.
That's-
Oh, that's the Dice Envy
Yep.
Jade dice. Yes.
Come on, Jade.
Give
Come
50-50
through.
chance.
Woo! Nothing like a little
long
party.
does
Don't
party
fail me
machine.
now! Oh, I take a swig of rum.
if-
Hold on. Take a swig of rum.
When at her level, so 10 minutes.
13. 13.
Wait, is that
13.
all right.
It is a 13!
All right. You.
Oh, wait a minute! I got these! Don't I use these Charm Life or something?
No.
You have to roll that before you roll the.
But I said
20.
Charm Life.
No. It was a no. What it said was. Hang on. Let me read it again to make
You
sure I got
have
it
to
right.
roll the d6
Okay,
before you roll your
Cardinal.
d20
It was
on Charm
a
Life.
no Charm Life. It said you add your charisma modifier to the saving throw. So it's your charisma modifier. It's not or die roll.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you got
3
that.
times per day in immediate action, she can add her charisma modifier as a result of
Yeah.
saving throws. She chooses where the roll is made. That's right. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking of another
Oh,
thing then.
yeah. So you see Irda. She says, "Kate, oh, thank you, Canadian. He's encouraging peace and tranquility at the party." Kate, you see Irda
Cast
say,
calm emotions, but I use my spell canning to save Cade right now.
"Take a nap." As she says this, you feel woozy and delirious, but it's like the rum boils up within you.
You thought you had me, but my rum is more powerful than your sleepy thing.
You don't know that's what I did, Cade. I just told you to take a nap. That's all you would know.
Yeah, you told me to
well,
take a nap.
No, you did send you, but you did. Yes,
Yeah,
did
you
sense
can't. You
key.
did something with your.
Let me finish, please. You did sense like there was a brief like drowsiness that
Yes,
came on you,
but-
Okay.
but by
Oh.
force of will and the power of rum. But you
Okay.
don't know exactly what she
Oh,
did.
okay.
But
I
you
just
do
said
know you
take
had-
a. I think
yeah.
you should take a nap. Is all I said.
Oh, okay. I will not take a nap.
Then sit down and drink some more, Cade. You need to calm down.
Take a drink. Shillelagh, how would you like to take a drink with me?
Shillelagh, she looks at you.
You need one.
Fine, Kate. I'm tired of fighting it. She sits down in the snow with you. She walks over. She takes a deep, long swig of rum.
Yes. Alright, that's enough.
She's like it pours down her throat as you snatch it away.
Alright, you're feeling better now, aren't ya?
All right, Eamon, you don't see anybody coming out of this. In fact, the smoke still pours out, but it's abated because now there's an open area here. You can still sort of see in. There's enough light shining as the sun falls beneath the Hook Mountain horizon. And you can see there's nothing else in that cavern. As you're casting Identify, that's going to take 1 hour, correct?
It will.
All right. So what are you guys doing for the next 57 minutes?
I'm going to start digging in the frozen earth to make a grave for Solomon. Kate, if you want to dig him up later, be my guest.
I will. And I'll bring friends back with me.
All right. So Irda, what are you digging with?
I kept that shovel from.
Yes, you do have a shovel.
Yes, I had
Yep.
the shovel from the fort, so I kept that with me.
All right. She starts digging. You're sharing rum with Shalelu, who kind of slumps into the snow.
Well, I don't want her drunk. I just.
She already pulled quite a drought off
And
that.
she's a
floor.
tiny elf.
and she's never really drunk
I
before.
took that thing away from her.
Yeah, I know you did, but she got a few solid gulps
Oh,
in.
that means that both Millie and Cade have gotten elven women drunk. in a week.
All right.
Tipsy elves, they are.
Eamon, anything else you're doing? You see nothing pursuing. So you're going to stay in the entryway there, or?
I will stay there, yeah.
All right. So after an hour passes, Shalelu has leaned back up against the snow-covered slope of that archway that you headed in. Irda has dug a pretty good-sized hole, not quite big enough yet,
And I will not lend a hand.
and you are prepared to identify. What are you identifying first?
The wand. I've only prepared the spell once, so I can only identify the
Okay, so as you identify the wand, you concentrate on it. A little thin green ray arcs from your finger, slides up and down the wand, and you sense clearly that it is a wand of lightning bolt. And it has within it still 5 charges remaining.
Huzzah.
One was already expended
We
against
really
you.
need that.
And charges in 3.5 and 5 year different. Those charges don't come back.
No,
Okay.
No.
that's
Just
right.
once the item's dead.
That's done.
Yeah.
Dead. Yep.
You
Well, I
use
mean,
them
short
and-
of some incredible thing, a wish spell or
Okay.
something, but yeah, you don't just like recharge it.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, it's not like we're at the end of the day if you don't use all the charges.
Yeah.
It comes back. It's not
Right.
like that.
Exactly.
Infinite magic item type thing.
Yeah.
So I talked to Shalelu.
Oh, what is it, Kate? Why have I resisted your rum for so long?
I
no.
I know. I told ya. You're missing out on a good thing. But you know I'm right about Solomon. He's a good man, right?
Roll d20 for me, please. Of course, Solomon's a good man.
18.
What do you mean? What is it?
You know he wanted to go back to Fort Rennick, right? He loved Fort Rennick.
He seemed.
You seem like a good elf, and you seem like
Okay, wait. Roll again. Sorry, that was such bad roleplay. You got to roll again. You seem like a good elf. I felt like I was in Buddy the Elf in
18.
again. All right.
So grumpy.
Yes, it's like she
Well, what am I supposed to say to somebody I haven't liked for this long?
she furrows her brow a minute, but then almost like she has an epiphany. I think you're right, Kate.
I am.
He did seem happier in Fort Rennick than any place I've seen him.
So don't you think he would want to be back there, buried in the middle of Fort Rennick, amongst his people?
It would. She leans over to grab your flask. You don't have.
I don't have a lid.
You don't have 2 hands.
Oh, that's right.
You have a cup. You have a hand.
There, I need another arm.
You get someone to cast regenerate.
All right, just I'll give it to you. Okay, here.
She snatches it from your hand.
Okay, I take
She
it.
takes another. Oh, I think you're right. I think he would much rather be in the fort.
All right. I knew you. I knew you had your senses.
Am I
about ya.
overhearing all of this?
Yeah, you're hearing it as you're finishing digging in the soil.
No.
And you also hear Alcott, "Oh, this is very nice," with whatever he's identified.
Yeah, actually, it's probably pretty close.
We
Also,
could...
can I say something really quick that I just realized?
yeah.
When you mentioned that, I did not realize this about 3.5e versus 5e. Spellcasting is based on your caster level. You don't upcast spells to a higher spell level.
Yeah.
That's right.
So my hut lasts 16 hours, not 8.
Oh, okay, yes. So it's yes.
Oh, so we can sleep
So
longer
what's
without being
different-
dumped on the snow.
In
Yeah.
5e, in 5e you upcast spells, but in 3.5 you can downcast.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yes,
Which
exactly.
I didn't know.
Yes,
And
you
so,
Which is, by the way,
Figure out
great
those
for our
slots.
show tonight with Jay talking about what
Yes.
editions you're playing.
Never
differences in
spell
editions.
slots.
And we jump around editions here, but we're primarily 3-5,
Unless you
1e,
have
2e
Kirby,
elements,
which
1e crit tables,
Yeah.
1e initiative, some 1e spell effects, and then of course 5e
so if we wanted to
advantage.
take a long rest, I could start my shelter, and then by the time that we get the ability to have the long rest,
Enough
we
time,
could go
yes.
ahead and do that. So that's a decision we can make. Anyways, you do the
Solomon's
thing you're gonna.
body continues to collect snow and frost as
So
flakes
as I'm
fall on his
finishing,
armor.
you know, Kate, what
The blood
Solomon might
congeals.
like even more.
Freezes.
We named this mountain after him.
No.
It's buried here, and it's
You know what? He
Now
wanted
close.
to name Fort Rennick after us. What if we named the fort after him? He loved that fort. He didn't want this mountain. He loved the fort. Why are you so against this? Because it's my idea?
Shalalu's like, oh, we could call it Fort Frost.
Fort Solomon.
Yeah, but his last name was Frost.
Oh, so Fort Frost!
it sounds cool.
That
actually.
sounds good.
I like that.
Ah.
See, I like that.
Oh, I like that, Shalalu. Good job.
Oh,
Oh, that rum gives you such good ideas.
you like me, Kate?
Right now I do. That rum really helps.
She's and Irda, as she's digging, she's like, some of her steam's just gone off because she's just focused on the task. It is not that I dislike the idea because of it being your idea. My concern is, first of all, as a paladin of Serenray, I find it very concerning to dig back up a body after
But you're
it has
doing
been
it for
buried.
a good reason.
But it is
It's a holding place.
not.
It is.
It is a violation of.
But not mine. I'll dig him up, not you.
With one arm, Kate.
I'll bring people back with me!
That's fine if that's what you wish to do.
Yes, that is what, and we will not do a burial here. We will do it there.
So we leave him in the snow to be.
I'll just pour us a drink to him.
I will not leave his body to be scavenged upon.
Shalalu said, she has a point if his body's left out here.
No, we can bury him. I'll unbury him.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought you just said you wouldn't bury him. Perhaps I misunderstood.
I will give him burial rites here and we will mark his grave, and after that you can do what you will. But as I said, I want to find a way to contact his brother, and I just need to know where to contact him at. And Irda just looks completely like over it
Alcott
at this
just
point.
goes
She's
over to you.
grief-stricken. He was her friend. Like, she doesn't want to argue with Cade because, like, at the end of the day, she still cares about Cade. He's her friend, but she just wants to do what is right.
Okay.
So she's lost all the steam right now and is just focused on doing what she has to do to.
You see, Cade, you see Irda's shoulders kind of slump. The points of her wings kind of jut up over her fallen shoulders, and she looks very discouraged.
I kind of tap you on the shoulder, say, I would love to help you find his brother. Family deserves to know.
For all of Solomon's shenanigans, he was a good man, and he deserves that.
I miss my dice buddy.
Amen. Roll d20 for me, please.
18.
As they're talking, you're still standing in the entryway, and you hear a sound. It's a thump, scrape, thump, scrape. Not threatening, not fast moving, but there is something coming through.
Oh, poop.
I'll walk back over to the group. It's something is coming from the cave. It's not fast, but it's definitely coming this way.
Hunt us!
So quickly I take out my the glass bead from my components pouch and I roll it between my hands, and I cast in D&D Liamon's tiny hut and bring up the hut around all of us, and I have to stay inside, but as the dome comes up I camouflage it to match the surroundings.
And so appropriate. And let's acknowledge again, we just had Liamon's tiny hut cast here for Leonard Lakofka. Rip, our great friend and contributor to this community. He meant so much to D&D, and he is the progenitor of so many great things about this, including some spells, modules that I talked about at the beginning of the session today, and respect to Leonard. As you do this,
And it's going to cover where I was standing with the grave, and the size of the hut is, I can't remember exact dimensions, 1 sec, 20-foot radius sphere. So anyone who is within that 20-foot radius automatically is covered by it.
Yeah.
right?
And then it just, the outside cloaks to match the surroundings, and the inside is a comfortable 70 degrees.
I'll let you.
and well lit.
Well, as that is appearing, you see it sort of begins to just materialize from nothingness. Cade, you see Shalelu. She turns and she looks toward the door. Oh,
Thank you, Phantom.
Thank you so much. All in honor of Leonard. Obviously, we've got a special stream that's going to be happening next Sunday with Jay and Lord Gazumba. So I'm definitely not trying to steal anything or any steam, but just we want to acknowledge it just happened this week, and he's had a big impact on me and on us as a gaming community, and which just means a lot to us. Shalelu looks over. Is that Lamatar? I believe it's. Oh, he doesn't look well. You turn, and as the tiny hut pops up, you see this macabre specter appear, stumbling out of the cave. He's wearing a tattered Black Arrow robe, and he has giant claws extending from one hand, a sword in the other hand. His Black Arrow insignia is ripped and shredded. You remember that name, Lamatar. This was the leader of the Black Arrows. Something has been done to him. And as he stumbles out, you see his eyes glow a crystalline blue, and he raises that clawed hand toward the party, and we will stop there for tonight.
But he doesn't see us, right?
Oh, no, he sees you.
How long does it take to cast the hut?
You're not in the hut yet, so this is all like simultaneous. So she's casting
like a
the hut.
minute?
That spell.
No, it's
the hut
it's
is
one
cast.
standard action. It's
It's a
6
standard
seconds.
action, and then
She
you
cast
guys.
it around us.
I know, but it's a standard action, so it's a full round. He heard it, so he's seeing it. Now we'll see what happens next week, but you see that he saw you, and then the hut pops up around you, and we will see what happens next week. Oh, thank you very much, one and all. And it is time for our giveaway of our shirts. And,
Yeah, right?
and thank you so much to our viewers. Okay. Yes, we got lots of comments. I couldn't. Yes, overcome with grief. Very moving. Thank you so much, 888. Someone with a walking stick. Smells the fresh body of frost. An ancient gamer. Thank you so much, Phantom. Thank you so much. Aristokrista Pak. Just butchered that name. Sorry. Kiga, long shot. Just in time for Halloween. We may have a special Halloween stream next Saturday. I don't know if I can pull this off. If I can, it would not be this group. It would be my family group, which I never stream. And no, it's not going to happen.
It might happen on Wednesday.
Okay, well, stay tuned. It
Yeah.
might happen soon.
This
all
week,
right,
maybe.
time for our giveaway, and thank you again to all of our viewers. Another great stream today. We were hovering around 45 to 50 most of the stream. So much contribution from all of our viewers,
I will put
and
full-
Alcott really just sliding into the party and being a real contributor
Huzzah.
to the party.
Well, thank you very much.
Also, a little bit of party conflict. Sleep
yeah.
spell being cast by
That was great.
on Kay.
That was some awesome role play between the
That
two
really
of us.
was. That
Seriously.
really was. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
I mean,
And-
because literally Kate and Irdo are the only ones left that had any connection to Solomon.
yeah.
for an extended
Giveaway
period of
And
time.
opposite
Yeah.
personalities.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly.
And they're both experiencing grief, so they're dealing with
Different
it
ways,
poorly.
yeah.
And that's what Blue Box is all about. Old school D&D and role play. Love seeing the great role play from our players. All of you guys, awesome. Type exclamation point giveaway. And while those last few folks are getting in, we have our stream MVP.
Working on the poll right
So
now.
if you watch this on Tuesday, the stream MVP increments up in value based on the level of the party.
Yep.
So this party, whereas our Tuesday night party is at 500, this party is at 1,000 experience points. So if you vote one of them as stream MVP, they get 1,000 experience points. And again, we'll talk about some announcements and reminders, but a lot of stuff coming up this week. And let's go around. Why should you be stream MVP? Let's start with Alcott today.
Okay. A lot of magic was cast. A lot of very helpful spells that some people didn't think were so helpful, like Resilience Sphere. But discoveries were made. A lot of the statue being studious, and got a couple hints at some backstory stuff in there.
You did, yeah.
Some stuff that we might get into a little bit later. And yeah, just I totally agree. Like, I feel like Alcott is meshing with the party very well, and
Really is.
Things are coming along, and not trying to butt into other people's story, but still existing as a party member, and trying to be as helpful as he can with one magic missile prepared per day.
Well done. Let's give Alcott a hand. Such a great job. Very well done. All right, let's go to Eamon. Eamon, why should you be stream MVP?
Well, today Eamon was able to have a killing blow on the ogre mage.
Yeah,
a very
damage.
Very good damage on him, and he was able to help Irda get down the hallway with his vanish spell. And he's just trying to figure out what is going on with Cade. Oh my goodness!
All right.
Isn't
Shield
it
back from
pretty?
you when I
haven't
came back.
yet.
Okay.
You didn't.
All right,
Okay.
Kate, why should you be stream MVP?
Huzzah! You know why I should be stream MVP, because I deserve
Hold on
it.
to it.
Well, first of all, we started it out by downing an ogre, with me good rolls, so that was awesome. And then we go through the door, and I propped open the door with stones so we don't get trapped in the room. Let's see. Oh, and then when we go to bury Solomon, well, I don't want to bury him. There was roleplay between me and Irda, because I am Solomon's friend, and I want to bury him at Fort Rennick. And I am very, me and Solomon were like, getting in trouble. And Irda was always like,
Keeping you alive.
keeping us alive. So I have a little bit of camaraderie with my friend Solomon, so I feel like I want to do something special for him. Not bury him on a stinking mountain.
All right. Type exclamation point giveaway. We're giving away a
Good
blue box
view.
shirt today. You can get
got a
blue
good view,
or
right?
black, white or silver, and it's this cool logo. Same cool logo you see there on her shirt. Same logo we have on our mugs. Yeah, I know. I'm coming. Yeah. And so type exclamation point giveaway. Last but not least, Irda, why should you be stream MVP?
All right. Well, let's see. I did a lot of damage against the ogre that killed Solomon, quite a bit, in fact. I also then did a whole lot of damage against the ogre mage guy because of my smite that I had done on him the previous session, and thoroughly put a few nice slashes in that guy. And then, let's see, I helped remove the medallion on the statue and worked with Alcott. We are starting to become, I think, magic bros over here.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is hilarious because I thought that would be with Eamon, but he's in.
And then,
I just like to fry.
her being willing to actually be the one to venture down the hallway to inspect what was going on. Consistently trying to look out for the party. And immediately going to heal Alcott after he took that massive.
Yes, thank you very much.
Massive lightning hit. And then her role play, basically all around Solomon's death, when she fell next to him crying after the rage finally wore off, and she it finally hit her what had happened. The argument she was having with Cade when she was trying to do the best she could to honor Solomon's memory and follow what her God tells her is the right thing to do, as well as part of her oath that she had made. Just that entire exchange back and forth, and then quickly putting up the hut at the end, hopefully.
That was the idea!
We'll find out. Yes, the Presty thingy and the hut thingy.
The Presty.
I love Kate's words
So
of
you
magic.
vote for Stream MVP. That's
Pulls
upper
up.
right-hand corner. Click that down arrow. Don't leave. You had to help our players. They get 1,000 experience points.
Yes.
If you vote for them.
Run for votes!
All right. And now
Run for votes! Vote for
we're gonna roll
Cade!
4 times for the giveaway. We've already given away a flask. And the winner of the flask today, congratulations again, so well deserved, and thank you for all of your support. And let's go to the first of our potential winners. So,
Run
unlike
for
earlier,
votes!
this
Vote
is not
for Cade!
this is not the initial winner. Whatever I roll, we're gonna do 4 of these, and then
Right.
each of the players will roll a d20. So the first potential winner is the Real Long Shot. Congrats! I think that's the first time that he's been in an entry. Real Long Shot will go to UK. That is a sub.
I gotcha.
Who gets 2 d20.
Oh, 2 D20.
And make sure you message us and let us know you're still online. You've got to be online
Yes.
to win.
Let us know you're here.
And let's go now. Chris will be rolling for Myamorph. Myamorph, let us know if you're still here. Myamorph, a long-time supporter of the channel, and we're so appreciative. Lock the door, nobody home hobby.
Come on, vote
All right.
for Cade!
So we're going to get both those
Captain
times.
Cade coming!
I don't. Okay, Myamorph is here and Longshot is
Oh,
here. All right,
good.
so they're both active. Now we're going to go to Thomas, player of Alcott, and you're going to be rolling for 888.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh!
888 called
is a
his
sub.
shot today. He said it had been a long time since he'd won, and he
Yeah.
needed to win again. So
And
congratulations.
he's a sub, so he gets 2.
He's a sub, and
I will not fail you.
Was Myamorph?
Myamorph is a sub as well, right? Yep. Everybody's a sub so far. Thank you, guys.
Hey,
Which
come
is
on!
crazy.
I got Shalelu drunk and befriended her.
Well, you didn't say that during her.
I can't.
Too late.
Guys, I can't believe we're at 130 subs. Like
Whoa.
he just like
much.
you
You are
guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. I would never believe
I'm
we'd
just
be at
really proud of
130
our
subs.
swashbucklers this week. Get
Yeah.
all the elves drunk. Yes.
All right, and then last, this is going to be rolled by Irda,
Yes.
and the last possible winner is Roger, who just won last
Awesome.
week.
He just
won
and
last
you are a
So
sub.
Roger is also a sub. So everybody's
you,
a
Roger.
sub. So we're going to go around. You're going to roll 2d20. Tell us who you're rolling for. We're going to
Okay.
start with you.
I
And there's
am
still time to vote for Stream MVP.
rolling for long shots.
It's a very close competition
Yes.
right now between
Come
Kate and Irda.
Irda, please.
16.
A 16
That's
for
not
long
bad.
shot. That's not too long a shot.
All right, Myamorph.
For Myamorph, we have
Oh, it's tired.
Oh,
16.
16.
a 16. We got a tie there, all right?
Oh, we got a
Triple
tie
eight
on.
For D&D
Irda.
Triple 8.
12.
12. Sorry, Triple 8.
Sorry, Triple Eight.
All right, you can send your hate to Alcott next week.
Okay,
and then
Roger,
for Roger.
19.
Oh!
I ain't sorry, long
Roger,
shots.
2 weeks in a row.
So now last week Roger won the flask, right? So
Now he gets a t-shirt.
Now he gets a t-shirt. Yes. So that just shows we don't rig it here. You can win back to back. We have a tie for Stream MVP. All right, so don't leave us.
MVP.
Sorry for those.
MVP.
I'm gonna
Roger,
run
so
the-
we're gonna
run the
re-kick it
poll
off. So we're going to remove Alcott and Eamon now. It's going to be a head-to-head competition between Kate and
Oh,
Irda.
you know who did it.
And
Give us another passionate
Players?
reason. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Tell us why.
Because, well, like I said at the end of trying to get more votes, I got Shalelu drunk. I haven't liked her this whole time. But you know what? When it comes to my friend Solomon, I'll do anything to get my way with him. I mean, that wasn't...
Wow, okay, wow. That did not come out.
That didn't come out right, but you know.
That's what you want to okay? No judgment from me.
Gracious.
Irda, follow that up.
Irda also brought up the very good point of trying to contact Solomon's brother because she remembered that he has family and she wants to make sure that they know, which is something that is very, very much important to her now,
Right.
and is going to be another objective on her list, is making sure that his family finds out and does the right thing for Solomon's memory.
Well done.
Yes.
All right, so those two impassioned pleas.
Yes.
Vote again for Stream MVP. While you're doing that, I'm going to go to...
Players can vote, but not for themselves.
Yes, so you guys can vote. Doesn't matter, you can't vote for yourself
Let's
anyway.
go.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
vote, but you can only vote for her, so probably no point in either one of you
yeah.
voting, because that's how
You just cancel each other out.
Exactly. All right, so reminder, Greyhawk Awakening this week. We will be live, but it will not be our normal 5 o'clock time slot. We're going to be on closer to 6:30 or 6:45, and it will just be the DM
She's coming back.
and
Gimbal.
the player of Gimbal, Rory. Gimbal, who was captured a few weeks ago by Halia. He has been tortured. They have been sent bits of Gimbal.
Yes.
His ear severed and sent to them. His left pinky severed and sent to them.
Brought to me by a child, by the way.
Handed to
Halia
you by
is
a child.
cold-blooded. I do not like her.
And so you're all going to get a view behind the scenes. I've never seen this done. I'm sure probably somebody has, but this is going to be one-on-one player DM, the player who is part of the broader campaign, but he has been separated from the party. It's the ultimate party split, and pieces of his body have been severed. He is being tortured in unspeakable ways, and you're going to see some of that on Tuesday night, starting at 6:30, 6:45. We'll have a little kind of a graphic content warning on that stream, but it will be a good time for anyone who wants to join. Then, after that, we'll go straight into a raid of Fabled 42, where I'll be playing on stream with them on Tuesday night. Tonight, last announcement, reminder, at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, Lord Gazumba has his normal Gavin chat, and it's going to be a special stream tonight. We're going to be talking about additions, but I know there will also be some words said about Leonard Lakofka, for whom we have deep reverence, thankfulness for all of his contributions to the world of D&D. Whether you play 5e and you're brand new, whether you played 1e back in the 70s, you owe Leonard Lakofka a debt of gratitude. He was part of what made D&D what it is, and we are so thankful to him. All right, all the announcements out of the way.
Vote.
And vote.
Remember to vote.
It is super close. Let me see where it's at now. It was 9-9 earlier. Now it's 9-8. Kate has a one-vote lead.
You know my feelings towards Shalelu, and I overcame those. Trying to.
Still selling. I like it. Kate selling to the very end.
Kate merchandises everybody.
Come on!
Kate starts selling, Erda gets a vote.
Tied tonight.
happened?
Please don't leave us tied. Somebody settle this tie. Don't make the
on.
GM
Help me.
choose.
How about
Okay,
Local Paladins?
Come on.
Run for votes!
Somebody
Run
voted for
for votes.
Eamon and Alcott last time. Put your vote to
Run
work.
for
Come on,
votes.
Kate. 10-9.
Here we go. Kate!
10-10. All right.
We will lose this one.
I'm going to have to give each of you 1,000 XP. Such a great job tonight. Such a great job. And thank you to all of our viewers. You guys are the best. We're going to get ready to raid here. So let's see who is live. One of our friends. And great job, everybody, tonight. Not Great RPG. Dragons in the Dining Room. We haven't rated them in a while. Let's raid our friends at Dragons in the Dining Room. Good folks. Thank you, everybody. Blue Box, again, we'll be back here. We'll be on Jay's stream tonight at 6:30. I'll be on that stream, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. And again, back here Tuesday night with a special Greyhawk Awakening, the torture of Gimbal, the beloved gnome. And don't miss that. It's going to be a great night. Maybe not. All right.
I was going to say, great night. That's really morbid,
I
John.
didn't mean it that way. Let's go see. All right. Bye-bye, Blue Box. Oh, give us a follow.
Yes.
Blue Box out. All right.